Your home for local sports is Sports Radio.
Is a proud sponsor of the West York Bulldogs. Serving York and the surrounding areas, Olsen Orthodontics will provide you with a confident smile you deserve. Services include traditional braces, clear braces, and Invisalign for kids and adults. Treatment is affordable, fun, exciting, and life-changing. Olsen Orthodontics is conveniently located on East Market Street near Fuddruckers. Visit their website at olsen-ortho.com. Smile on, Bulldogs.
From its coaches, players, and fans. This contest is being played for the benefit of the student athletes of these schools. No signs, banners, or noisemakers are permitted. Any spectator, by their actions or behavior interfering with this contest will be removed from the field. Thank you for your cooperation.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to West York Area High School. Tonight we are proud to present tonight's football game between the Panthers of Central York and your West York Bulldogs. Momentarily we begin our Hall of Fame night. Pre-game festivities. Will all members participating in tonight's Hall of Fame induction ceremony please report to the inflatable Bulldog. Also, ladies and gentlemen, during tonight's game, we'd like to ask that you please throw trash in the trash cans. Do not throw them underneath the bleachers or on the ground. Also, during tonight's game, we'd ask that you please not stand by the fence area in front of bleachers of both home and visitor side for your safety as well as the viewing pleasure of those folks in the stand. Tonight we have some concession stand specials. Macaroni and cheese on sale for $4. Pulled pork sandwich for $5. And the Bulldog special, the baked potato with barbecue, cheese, sour cream, and butter on sale for $5. A West York tradition. And now, ladies and gentlemen, tonight, the West York Football Booster Club is proud to induct 6 new members into the West York Football Hall of Fame. Please direct your attention to the field as we meet this year's inductees. Ladies and gentlemen, Jeff Meckley. Jeff Meckley has been an instrumental part of the West York football program since receptions in the 1974 season still stands as the most in a season. That 74 season saw Jeff earn an all-county honors as a safety. Jeff went on to Indiana University of Pennsylvania from 1976 to 1980, where he was a 4-year varsity wrestler. Beck came back to West York and spent 20-plus years as the West York Boys Club midget football coach and on football commissioner. Serving in these positions helped the Bulldogs program to continue success throughout the 80s, 90s, and early 2000s. Jeff is married to Mary Ann and has 1 son and 2 grandsons. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight's first inductee, Jeff Meckley. Please introduce Alan Seiler, a 1981 graduate. Alan Seiler excelled for 3 varsity football seasons in the late 70s and early 80s. Alan was a 2-way player as a running back and a defensive back. Most notably on offense, Alan carried the ball 502 times for 2,300 yards and 27 touchdowns. His 226 rush attempts in 1979 still sets the school mark. His 1,136 yards in 1979 is the 5th best in school history. He was a 2-time YCIAA Super 22 first team selection, as well as a 1980 Mid-State Top 100 pick. After high school, Allen went on to serve in the United States Army from 1982 to 1986. Allen's family includes wife Karen, 5 children, and 5 grandchildren. Now living in Placerville, California, please welcome back to West York, Alan Seiler. Please welcome Steve Shannerbrook. Graduating in 1996, Steve Shannerbrook was a 3-year starter at quarterback. In 1994, Steve had a prolific passing year, throwing for 1,258 yards, which at the time was a school record. His 381 passing yards versus York Suburban still sets the school mark, as well as his 18 completions in that game. His 221 pass attempts and 103 completions in 1995 ranked second in both categories. Steve was named a first-team quarterback on the 1994 York Dispatch Coaches Division II team and a second-team pick on the York Yellow Record Super 24 team. In 1994 district playoffs, Steve set a Class AA at the time for passing yards with 221 versus Juniata. In 1995, Steve was once again named to the Dispatch News Division II team as the first-team quarterback. That senior season also brought a starting quarterback nod in the War of Roses All-Star game as York defeated Lancaster. Steve went on to Colgate for 1 year where he played football before transferring to East Stratford, where he played varsity volleyball from 1997 to 2000. His family members include fiancée Lisa, his mom Betsy, and his stepdad David. Please give a warm Bulldog welcome to Steve Shannerbrook. Please welcome Blake Campbell. An all-around player for the Bulldogs, Blake Campbell starred as a defensive end, outside linebacker, fullback, and slot receiver from 2006 to 2008. Blake was a team captain on the 2008 District 3 championship team. Blake recorded 26 career sacks. His 14 sacks in 2007 still...
Your home for local sports is Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. Welcome to Sports Radio 1350's High School Football Game of the Week, presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine, the official healthcare and sports medicine provider of the York Revolution.
Back to the left side, guys here. Smith pushes to the defense. It's a touchdown, Wildcats.
High school football plays here on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports. Bringing you the best of the York Adams League every Friday night.
He takes the snap, drops, pump fakes, fires downfield, caught, touchdown!
Now, let's head out to the action for the Game of the Week. Presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine, right here on Sports
Welcome in, sports fans, and good evening. This is our week 1 of our York Adams League High School Football Game of the Week on Sports Radio 98.9 and WOYK 1350. Although we are not on the radio yet, as the Revs hold the radio spot, and they're playing down in North Carolina against the High Point Rockers. And we can also be found on the YouTube channel WOYK Preps. And we have a treat for you here tonight. I'm not talking about my color commentator, Andy Bria. What we have tonight is a feature, Central York Panthers visiting West York Bulldogs. Hello again, everybody. I'm Gareth Hissong, and with me is former coach of York Catholic and area legend Andy Bria. Hey, it's great to be sitting beside you. I'm excited to get going tonight.
I am too, man. And you're right. We got a treat for everybody. There hasn't been this much exposure for a young quarterback who has not played a varsity game, I don't think, in a starting position, okay? But this Bo Pabula, Cade's down in Delaware, his brother, and this kid, all the print, all the offers. But tonight, like you said, week 1, he's got to come out here, and we're going to see a good one tonight.
Absolutely, and both these teams did a great job last year. Successful 2018 campaigns, represented the York Adams League in District 3 playoffs. And you look at Central York, you're right, the key player on offense. You know they like to spread you out, move the ball on the perimeter. And last year, Bo Pribula was a big key to this offense for Central York on that perimeter as a receiver. This year, he's a sophomore, 6'2", 195 pounds. He's a captain and a key on this offense, obviously at quarterback. What are some other big names we can expect to hear a lot tonight on offense for Central York?
Well, let's stay in the passing game. Number 11, Taylor Wright Rawls. Last year, 40 catches, 1,022 yards, 11 TDs. He's a big mismatch for them up for West York, I believe. But the key to the Panthers, and I'm talking about success, not only throughout the season, their big key is playoff games, is they need a running game. And it's Emir Manigault, and we're going to call him Manny, okay? Make it real easy for you. We're going to call him Manny, all right?
I'm going to need all the help I can get.
5'8", 155-pound sophomore. He's got to lead that attack. He's got some studs up front. They're experienced offensive line, got to open up some holes. But if you give this quarterback and these receivers a running game to go with it, watch out.
Absolutely, and if you look at the running game, hopefully that should really pop off tonight as the Central York Panthers return 4 of 5 starters on that offensive line. And defensively, what would you expect to see from Central York tonight, and what kind of names do you think will pop out?
All right, the big guy in the middle, and they're 4'4", George Dravis. The linebacker, 5'11", 180 pounds, can get sideline to sideline. He's a stud, okay? Amir Manigault in the back, Taylor Wright Rawls in the back. You're going to see Pabula
a
back
couple
there.
Captains on
yeah,
defense.
Mason Myers and Pabula are both. So you got a great secondary, a great set of linebackers, but the guys up front got to stop the run and make West York throw into that secondary.
If we go across and look at the home team hosting the Panthers tonight, West York Bulldogs, like I said earlier, did a great job last year representing the York Adams League, getting into the district playoffs. They won their last 5 of the 6 games to get them into the postseason offensively. Some things stand out to you, Coach.
All right, well, again, a key is going to be number 18, Corey Wise, 3-year starter, 2,000 yards last year, 19 TDs. Joseph DeJesus, 6 foot, 175, junior running back, and he's running behind some studs up front. I mean, you got McNola, 240-pound senior. You got a 265-pound senior center in Jacob Snyder, a 267-pound left guard in Joden Nelson. I mean, there's some studs up front, and that's what they want to do. They want to jam this ball down the Central's throat to keep them off the field, that offense off the field.
And that'll be certainly key for this offense to be successful tonight. And on defense, what do you expect to see from West York? I know we talked about it earlier, with all the weapons that the Panthers have on offense coming in from Central York. How do they match that on defense?
You know, normally you would say you want to take away the pass. You just can't do that. I think what you do is you have to make them one-dimensional. Don't let them run the ball. Don't let them run the ball. And then and he's a defensive, Coronis is a defensive coach, and he's real good. He was with Dallas Town. He's going to bring some packages, I think, get some double teams in there. He's got to make Pabrul uncomfortable and make him throw in the spots and throw before he wants to throw. So defensively, up front and on the back end.
First-year head coach for the West York Bulldogs, Ivan Kanonis, former defensive coordinator at Dallastown. He's one of the best to do it in the league. He brings a lot of pressures. If anyone can make Brad Bueller uncomfortable, it'll be him.
And that's what he said. He said he wants to make him uncomfortable. And that's the whole thing about this. Doesn't matter the sport. You want to make the other team uncomfortable. That gives you an advantage.
So that sets the scene here at Bulldog Stadium. Our keys to the game brought to you by Brooks Huff. And stay tuned for more of our Flying Feet pregame. We'll come back after this as Andy caught up with the head coaches. We'll get our coaches' interviews brought to you by Copeland Kunkel Insurance after this break.
We were with you when you were struggling with the challenges of being a young athlete, before the challenges of keeping fit while working 9 to 5, and long before Pilates and Zumba were even a thing. Flying Feet. Flying Feet Sports Shoes outfitted you as a young athlete. When you slipped into a new sport practically every season, you learned a lot, and you grew strong. Now that you're an adult, why stop? Flying Feet has the brands and the styles that will increase your performance no matter how you choose to maintain your fitness. Just like when you were a kid, when you shop Flying Feet, you know you'll walk away with the best fit and natural comfort. Flying Feet stocks fitness shoes and all kinds of fitness gear. So, what do you do these days? Trail walking? Working out on the track, on the street, in the gym? Sign up for exercise classes like Pilates, Zumba, or need shoes for weightlifting? It doesn't matter what you're into, you can always count on Flying Feet. It's the one sportswear specialty store that's truly ageless. Flying Feet. Flying Feet Sports Shoes, 1511 Melrose Avenue, York, just off exit 18 of I-83.
Get your football party started with great Best Yet products from your neighborhood SureSafe markets. Pick up party platters with $18.93 deli items. Team up Best Yet hot dogs and hamburgers with Best Yet rolls. Get Best Yet 12 packs of soda and Best Yet Rising Crust pizzas at Sobel's Markets in Shrewsbury, Stewartstown, Whiteford, and East York, and Nell's Market Fresh Foods in Sprung. Take us on the go with the new WOYK app. Download on the Apple and Google Play stores today. Sports Radio 98.9 FM and 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Band Vice President Catherine Hutton, and Band Front Captain Elizabeth Conrad.
Sports injury? Walk into WellSpan Urgent Orthopedics for immediate care. No appointment is ever needed. Our orthopedic and sports medicine specialists are here to treat you. Visit wellspan.org/urgent orthopedics today for hours at our York and Hanover locations.
You'll never find a better bang for your buck than in the new Mitsubishi from York Mitsubishi. York Mitsubishi packs tons of performance and features into today's hottest cars, starting at thousands below the competition, with even more discounts and rebates added on, like $5,000 off the 7-passenger Outlander, 0% financing for 60 months, plus $1,500 cash back on Outlander Sport, 0% financing for 72 months on the sporty Eclipse Cross, and don't forget the go-kart on steroids, the Mitsubishi Mirage, with up to 43 miles per gallon, one of the lowest priced cars in America today, starting at $12,990. Mitsubishi adds even more value with their exclusive 10-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty. Plus, any purchase made with 0% financing means no payment for 90 days. And remember, past credit problems are never an issue at York Mitsubishi. So get pre-approved at YorkMitsubishi.com now. York Mitsubishi, around the corner of Route 30 and Roosevelt Avenue, where Mitsubishis always cost less. New FM signal, new website. Get features, live broadcasts, and on-demand game broadcasts and shows online at 989WOYK.com.
Welcome back to West York, home of the Bulldogs, and we take a look now at our starting lineups brought to you by State Farm Trish Hauser. We will start with the visiting offensive Central York Panthers at quarterback, the sophomore 6'2", 195-pound Bo Pribula. He's a captain. And at running back, Amir Menegalt, 5'8", 155-pound sophomore. The offensive line goes Josh Gaffney, Max Wertman, Blake Hinder, Ian McNaughton, Ethan Kramer. Wide receiver, Captain Mason Myers, 5'9", 150-pound senior, and Cole Luckenball. Also a wide receiver and an electric player, Taylor Wright Rawls. Last year, 40 catches, 1,022 yards, and 11 touchdowns. Expect a lot from him tonight. And starting tight end, Chance Williams, 6'1", 205-pound senior. On defense for the visiting Central York Panthers, defensive front, Ian McNaughton, Danny Pham. The captain, Seth Griffiths, Kyle Fontes. Linebackers, Cole Luckenball, George Drevis, Jack Smith. And defensive backfield goes Victor Pena, Judah Tome, Bo Pribula, and Mason Myers. On offense for the hosting team, West York Bulldogs, the third-year starter at quarterback, 5'9", 153-pound senior, Corey Wise. At running back, an explosive player, Joseph De Jesus. At wide receiver, Victor Gonzalez and Chaz Etheridge. Expect a lot from Chaz Etheridge. He's a 6'3", 178-pound junior, and more of the comfort blanket for quarterback Corey Wise. At tight end, Elijah Lawless, 6'2", 172-pound junior. Offensive front goes Brendan Landis, Joden Nelson, Jacob Snyder, John Wood, and Sean McNicholas. On the defensive front for the West York Bulldogs, defensive end Daniel Rice, defensive tackle Jacob Snyder, Joden Nelson, and defensive end James Nunley. Linebackers Chaz Etheridge, Noah Marshall, Gabe Allen, and Taraz DeShields. Shoring up the defense in the backfield, Avery Handy, Joseph De Jesus, and Victor Gonzalez. And those are our starting lineups brought to you by State Farm, Trish Hauser, like a good name. Stay tuned for more of our Flying Feet pregame coverage after this.
Hunters Hill Orthodontics is a longtime staple in the orthodontic care community. With offices in York and Dillsburg, our practice's top priority is to provide you with the highest quality orthodontic care in a friendly, comfortable environment. Call our York offices, 1910 Kenneth Road, at 767-6694 to make your appointment, or at 1399 South Queen Street, 885-5468. Or in Dillsburg, call 502-1186. We've got your smile at Hunters Hill Orthodontics.
Want to give your child the best birthday ever without hosting, planning, or cleanup work? Book a York Revolution birthday party at People's Bank Park. Parties include 2 hours of all-you-can-eat Kessler's hot dogs and pizza, goodie bags for all guests, and Penn State Children's Hospital playground wristbands. The birthday child gets a custom Rebs jersey and throws out the first pitch, and the whole crowd sings Happy Birthday before the party enjoys a customized Revs birthday cake. Birthdays at a Revs game. Best birthday ever. Details at YorkRevolution.com or 717-801-HITS.
There's only one place for local high school sports. Sports Radio 1350.
Welcome back to our pregame show. With me now is the first-year head coach of the West York Bulldogs, Ivan Coronas. Coach, congratulations on getting the job. Talk a little bit about your kids tonight and playing the Central York Panthers team.
Well, the kids have been working real hard in the off-season and going through heat acclimation and then our 1 week of practice. Certainly moving to a week 0 isn't benefit for anybody, but I think they're ready, they're hungry, they want to play hard, and I'm looking forward to what they can do tonight.
You were defensive coordinator at Dallas Town. You bring that defensive mindset. I like that. Tell me, what you got anything special tonight for this Central York Panthers high octane?
Yeah, the best thing that we can do is actually keep their offense off the field, and so that means our offense is going to have to throw the football, and then we'll take our shots defensively and trying to get them a little uncomfortable in what they're doing. But they're a very talented offense. They've been running the system for a long time, and they're very well coached. So it's not going to be easy for us, but we are going to do what we do and get after the football.
In our first interview, which we did, which I didn't get, we talked about kind of jamming it down their throat a little bit offensively. You're looking at that, the defense gave up a lot of points last year.
We have control the ball. We have to get a push up front. I'm going to give these guys an opportunity to show me what they can do. They've been showing it in practice, and now they have to come through tonight on Friday night.
A couple of keys you got to do well to get out of here with a win, Coach.
Keep their offense off the field and keep their quarterback under control as best we can.
Good luck to you, Coach.
Thank you.
We'll be right back with more of our pregame show right after this on Sports Radio 1350 WOIK.
Hey, it's the good-looking genius at Broadway Transmission. You know what really grinds my gears? Perfectly good cars being thrown away just because the transmission went bad. My mind slips into overdrive when someone says,
I'll just get a new car before I spend that kind of money on a transmission.
What? According to the Kelly Blue Book, the average price of a new car is $32,000. Now you're going to finance that, right? There's another $6,000 to $8,000. And if you drive it off the showroom floor, it loses 20% of its value immediately. Don't forget, you also have to pay sales tax, higher insurance rates, title and registration fees, and come up with $600, $700, $800 a month depending on your interest rates. For 5 years, and remember, you will still have to pay for the upkeep of the car, brakes, tires, wipers, fluids, etc. Stop! Trade your transmission, not your car.
Thanks, good-looking genius.
You're welcome, ma'am. Broadway Transmission. We'll get your shift together and save you all that dough. Visit us on the web at BroadwayTrans.com or stop in and see how it's done.
Today, it seems everybody is offering a discount on car insurance, but at what price? Reduced protection and personal service. At State Farm, you can earn discounts and still get full service and dependable protection from the world's largest car insurer. See me, Trish Hauser, 1865 Susquehanna Trail North, York, for the State Farm multiple line discount. With State Farm, you get an agent you can depend on and an insurance company you can trust. For the details on State Farm's multiple line discount, see me, Trish Hauser.
Your county, your teams. Sports Radio 1350 WOIK. First in sports.
Welcome back to our pregame show. Tonight we're at the West York Stadium for the West York Bulldogs and the Central York Panthers. And with me now is the head coach, fourth year head coach of the Panthers. That's Josh Oswald. Coach, you lose Cade Perula to Delaware, but you kind of get a bigger version of the quarterback you had for 3 years?
Yeah, he's bigger. He's still, we gotta understand, he's still young, still wet behind the ears. We got, but he does have some different attributes that his older brother does not.
All right. You bring back your offensive line, but last year you were way down in the running department. You think you got the problem fixed now?
I never really looked at it as much of a problem. You got a Division I quarterback, you're going to want to use your Division I quarterback. But, yeah, it's definitely something that we've been working on since December. Our offensive line, actually, one of my guys came to me this morning and said, hey, Coach, we can run the ball. That's the type of relationship we have with these guys. They respect what we got going on. I respect the hell out of them.
They're going to remind you all year long, Coach,
absolutely.
We can run this.
Absolutely. They think because they're seniors, they have a voice now,
Defensively, down last year, giving up 27 a game.
I mean, really, if you look at it, there was a couple that got out of hand. It wasn't a week in, week out, give up 27. It was just some lopsided games, and those are the things that we want. We want to be the guys that are top in the district, and those are the guys that got us last year. So we need to make sure that we get back after those guys this year and not allow as many points and give our offense an opportunity to win a game.
A couple of keys your kids got to do well to get out of here with a win tonight, Coach.
Yeah, just protect the football as always. We're young. We are young.
We're exciting. We're electric, but we are young. So just do your 111 and, protect the football and just go out and have fun. That's all. Go play ball. You guys have been doing it long enough.
Good luck to you, Coach.
Thank you.
We'll be right back with our pregame show right after this on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
All right, man. Yeah,
If you've been thinking of going to college and you would like to play sports when you get there, join our team. Earn a Penn State degree and continue to play the sports you love. 6 collegiate sports are now available, including baseball, soccer, men's basketball, women's basketball, women's softball, and women's volleyball. For more information, check out our website at PennStateYorkSports.com. Once again, that's PennStateYorkSports.com.
Can't get enough of the birds? Sports Radio 98.9 and 1350 WOYK has you covered. Join us all season on Mondays at 6 for the Baltimore Baseball Show, hosted by award-winning Orioles and national baseball writer Dan Connolly from the Athletic Baltimore. Exclusive in-depth interviews, plus the latest insight and analysis on the Orioles every week. Talking baseball and the birds every Monday at 6. The Baltimore Baseball Show, brought to you by Flying Feet Sports Shoes on Sports Radio 98.9 FM and 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports. New FM signal, new website. Visit us online at 989WOYK.com and take us on the go. Download the new WOYK app today.
Hey, welcome back to West York. Our Week 1 feature Central York Panthers visiting West York Bulldogs. Here on Sports Radio 98.9 FM and WOYK 1350, as well as the YouTube channel WOYK Preps. And before we take a look at the other games going around the league, you heard the West York Bulldogs come out. Fans fired up for this one. You being a former coach, what are some good ways to kind of temper your emotions going into the first game and try to play within yourself, really?
And that, tough question. And I always used to just tell them, we used to try to practice the way we played. And I know, being a former athlete as good as you were, you heard that a million times. It's difficult to do on open night like this, but you gotta. It's a mindset that you work on. You work on it in the weight room in the wintertime. It's not something that you can just say the week before you start. This is a culture that you need to create, and as a coach, that's the way you got to go. Okay, so that's how you do it. It becomes a culture, and the good cultures can handle it.
We'll see if these teams can do it. Let's take a break as we tune into the national anthem. Well, I tell you, Andy, that song still gives me the goosebumps.
Always.
Especially here, Week 1. As we wrap up our Flying Feet pregame show, we'll take a look around the league at the other games going on with York Adams teams. Brought to you by Hunter Hill Orthodontics. Central York here at West York tonight is our game of the week, our feature. In other news, Dallastown hits the road, goes over to Lancaster and plays at Hempfield. Trinity travels to DeLone Catholic. Shippensburg is playing at Dover. Columbia goes across the river, plays at Eastern York. Fairfield at Penns Valley. Southwestern at Gettysburg. That's an interesting matchup to watch. Hanover at Susquehanna, Kennerdale at Peckway Valley, Littlestown at Boiling Springs, Northeastern takes on Solanco at Solanco, Red Lion at J.P. McCaskey, Lampeter Stroudsburg plays host to Spring Grove. York High has a big game. They go out to Pittsburgh and play against Pittsburgh Central Catholic. They play at Woodland Hills in a showcase called Western Pennsylvania versus Everyone.
I like that.
York Suburban at York Catholic, and York Tech plays in Mercersburg at James Buchanan High School, the Rockets. That wraps up our Hunter Hill Orthodontics look around the league. As you hear now, the visiting Central York Panthers coming out, and their visitor stand is packed. Heard the exuberance of the home crowd, West York Bulldogs, when their players came out, and we are just ticks away from our opening kickoff on week 1. And we talked about it before, keeping those emotions in check when you come out. It's hard to do at the beginning of any sporting contest. Football, obviously a beast unto its own, but I still don't know how you do it week 1. That first play and that kickoff.
I mean, I'm not sure. You got to have those jitters. That's what drives you, okay? I don't care if you're a coach or a player. I mean, I still get goosebumps. I haven't done this. 20 years it's been since I've been in a booth in calling a football game, and I'll tell you what, I miss this. This is going to be fun. I'm going to enjoy this.
Well, we have a perfect night for it. 72 degrees, clear skies. A beautiful night for football as summer starts to wrap up, and the boys of the fall come out. Both these teams antsy to get on the field and get this started.
You know, if you're Bo Pabrula, think about it. You've been getting all this ink, right? You're a sophomore and already have 2 offers to 2 D1 schools, Sacred Heart and Temple, already. He hasn't thrown, really a meaningful varsity pass, and that's a lot of pressure unto itself. Okay, so it's going to be interesting. But this kid grew up being nurtured for this night right here.
He has, and the captains go out to midfield and meet for the coin toss.
2 officials, please tell me we have. No, 3, okay. 4 or 5 officials? Is that what it is, the package?
We do. The referee tonight is Bob Sheely, umpire Steve Mazzaros, head linesman Tim Staub, the line judge Dan Wetzel, and the back judge Travis Byers. And if all goes well, we won't have to say their names too much tonight. That's another thing you look for in a week 1 matchup is, any game is about whoever makes the least amount of mistakes.
At this level, it can be huge. Okay, kicking game can be huge. Comes down to a tight game. But yeah, you hope that the officiating crew is up to the task, and they usually are. York County's got some great officials. Yeah, when I was on the sidelines, I mean, if you would have asked me that question, I'm not sure I would have gave you that same answer, but it's different.
West York wins the toss. Choose to defer. It'll be Central York receiving the ball first tonight. Get to see the young sophomore Pry Beulah at the helm first tonight for our opening possession.
Boy, am I ready to go. I'm not sure I can keep the jitters down.
I still feel like I could go out there and give a couple plays.
You look like you could go
Tell
out
you
there.
what.
I'm telling you, you look like I could put pads on you and fill you right in at defensive tackle. No problem.
We have 12 minutes on the clock, and we are ready for football. West York tees it up. Marcus Hill, the senior, 6 foot, 160-pound kicker, will boot it off.
Here we go.
Natural grass field. And kick is up, end over end, back to receive for the Central York Panthers. Is number 4. Judah Toon makes a couple moves and gets good field position for the Central York Panthers at the 43-yard line.
West York lost contain on the outside. They let him get outside. You cannot do that. funnel everything back to the middle on that kickoff. So here we go. It's going to be interesting to see what the first-year coach from West York throws at this bunch right out of the gate.
We talked about it before. Defensive coordinator coming over from Dallastown. He's aggressive on defense, will bring a lot of different looks. And here comes Central York Panthers, and Bo Pribula out of the shotgun. First play is a handoff to Amir Manny. He's wrapped up after a short gain of 2 yards, met by a host of West York Bulldogs.
But the Panthers, hey, coach said to us, linemen want him to run. First play.
Both teams looking to establish the run.
They got 11 on an island across the field. Right Rawls.
Pribula gets the snap, looks left, throws a short pass to the left.
And that's Right Rawls.
Right Rawls makes the catch, making moves into the first down, into West York territory, down to the 22-yard line.
You might have a clip.
And a flag comes down on the play. We'll see how it stands.
But that's what they did. They put him out on an island. They ran him on a short little route, just 5 yards down the field, and the rest he did by himself.
Yeah, that does stand. It'll be a 33-yard gain.
No, it doesn't stand. Penalties against the Panthers.
So either go block downfield, we'll bring the ball back and get a 2nd and 2 for the Panthers. That's spot of the foul.
Right. Nice play though to get him loose. And who is that across the field? Number 5 for West York's defense. Avery Handy. He draws the matchup against Taylor Wright Rawls. That's a mean matchup out there.
Wright Rawls at the top of the field, split out, shotgun formation, wide side of the field. Pribula looks his way, throws it, incomplete. And that was intended for Mason Myers.
And he had a step on the safety.
Mason Myers, the captain senior, 5'9", 150-pound wide receiver.
Pribula also had Wright Rawls going down the far sideline.
3rd and short from the Bulldogs' 48-yard line. Pribula in the gun. 4 wide receivers, 3 to the wide side of the field. And fakes the handoff. Pressure comes from the Bulldogs. Pribula escapes the tackle and scrambles, unscripted play, enough for the first down. Gets down to the 38-yard line.
Gee, they brought 2 linebackers that time, and they broke free, and they had Pribula 8 yards deep. And he had just stepped out of a tackle and had daylight all the way around the right side.
A magical play for the quarterback, sophomore Bo Pribula. That's going to be key for the Bulldogs tonight, is tackling in space. Good fundamentals. Pribula back in the shotgun, hands it up the middle to Manny. Manny breaks free, and he's across the 15, the 10, the 5, and into the end zone for a 38-yard rushing touchdown on the opening possession for the Central York Panthers.
Look at what you just said, rushing touchdown. Right up the gut, okay? 38 yards. Nice hole. Nice job by that Central York line. And
to do the extra point honors is Nick Basil. Holder Bo Pribula. Operations are good. The kick is up. And the kick is good. And just like that, the Central York Panthers take an early 7-0 lead. In our opening feature, Central York at West York. And just like that, it was 4 plays and into pay dirt for Central York.
Absolutely. And they did it running the football. Okay? Pribula getting out of that tackle in a game like this, we can talk all you want about all the passing yards and everything else, but this game still comes down to the same thing it always does. Blocking, like you said earlier, blocking and tackling. A couple of missed tackles on that run, and the bad issue of not sacking the quarterback when they had him and gave up the ball.
And it's those kind of mistakes that you're going to have to overcome early in the season, we saw multiple times West York bring those pressures.
Yeah.
And they're going to take their chances.
They're going to have to. I mean, they cannot. You can't let this quarterback stand back there and give him 3-4 seconds to look downfield, because he's going to get right rolls, or he'll get his Mason Myers. I mean, he's got weapons all over the field. But a nice job that time by Mr. Mangold.
So teeing it up on the kickoff here is Nick Basil. And here comes our Fast Signs kickoff.
Wow, he bombed that.
Deep to return.
He's out of bounds.
Joseph Jesus, he steps out as soon as he catches the ball. What a perfect kick.
1 yard line.
So Corey Wise, the senior quarterback.
You cannot blame him, okay? That was part of my thing. You cannot blame it. Right there, he didn't know if that was going out of bounds. That was right. Like you said, I don't think you could kick it any more perfect than that.
Absolutely perfect kick, exactly where you want it. So
right.
You have no option but to either let it go or catch it.
He had to field it, but just got the foot on the line. I'll tell you what, this is not what West York wanted to do to start this game. You back them up in a hole now. I wonder if Oswald will bring the pressure right here. Bring the heat.
Talk about early season adversity, opening drive for this West York Bulldog offense. And they are up against the task of having to go 99 yards to tie this game.
Right. You want to know how to calm down the jitters for Central York? It's pinning them on the 1 yard line on the first drive. Solid as a rock now.
So again, at the helm, the senior quarterback Corey Wise, 5'9", 153 pounds. He's a third-year starter, and last year, all-league player. First play is a handoff, and he's met in the backfield. It's going to be a safety.
They brought the house that time. They brought the house.
Joseph DeJesus, his first two plays, touching the ball, not going well.
Do not like the body language of the West York offense right now, okay? Do not like the body language.
A great job by that defensive front for the Central York Panthers coming through.
Yeah, and they brought 7, so I mean it was way too many bodies to block.
Met by a host of defenders, brought down 2 points for Central York.
And now you got to hope your punter can punt them deep, and your coverage has got to be perfect. Everybody stays in their lane. You can't let them get outside. It's 9-0. You let them score. You let them score a touchdown here. Could be quick.
And certainly, this is
the play was too slow setting up. You're on a 1 yard line. I think you got to sneak that thing out of there. You got to know he's bringing the house. There was there were more white jerseys than there were blue inside the goal line.
And they did that defense for the Panthers, salivating.
Right.
And bringing that pressure, getting that safety.
Wow, Coach Quinona said, this is not the way I wanted to start this.
And back to tee up and kick it off for his second time tonight, Marcus Hill. This kickoff brought to you by Fast Signs.
They're going to end up at least at the 50-yard line, so that makes you cannot give an offense that's got this much firepower short fields.
Deep to return, number 4, Judah Toom, and number 8, Mason Myers. A deep kick, it's going to be Toom returning at 36-yard line, makes a move, he's across midfield, across the 45, and knocked out of bounds at the 40-yard line of West York, and Central York Panthers in business again in great field position.
Wow. Now you got to stiffen up. You got to hold this to 3 points. And did a nice job last time. They made a couple of mistakes. They cannot have those mistakes now. Let's see if Oswald wants it all right here.
Certainly has to do it.
Well, he can have right rolls underneath anytime he wants them.
fake the handoff up the middle. Bo Pribula shakes a tackle in the backfield, still on his feet, and breaks across the 25, the 15 to 10, and into the end zone for a 40-yard rushing touchdown. It takes one play, and the sophomore phenom Bo Pribula into pay dirt.
And they're coming on a, not a blitz, but they're coming with their ears pinned back to try to sack him, and nice job that time stepping up, finding a hole, and just leaving.
So again, West York brings the pressure on defense and gets burnt by the front of Central York. The snap is down, and Nick Basil puts the extra point through the uprights, and the Panthers take a commanding early lead, 15-0, with 9 minutes, 50 seconds remaining in our first quarter. We'll take a break and come back for more action.
Sports injury? Walk into WellSpan Urgent Orthopedics for immediate care. No appointment is ever needed. Our orthopedic and sports medicine specialists are here to treat you. Visit wellspan.org/urgent orthopedics today for hours at our York and Hanover locations.
Every day, Fast Signs helps businesses like yours with their visual communications. We ask the right questions, recommend smart solutions, and help you build your business. Our knowledgeable consultants uncover your communication challenges and provide visible solutions. At Fast Signs, we're innovators, planners, and designers. We're more than fast, more than signs, and we're more than ready to help. Contact Fast Signs today.
Visit our store next to Sam's Club in East York or visit us online at fastsigns.com.
There's only one place for local high school sports. Sports Radio 1350.
We're back here at West York. The Bulldogs playing host to Central York Panthers. Nick Basil tees it up for our Fast Signs kickoff, and back to receive for West York.
West
Number
York
4,
right now,
Joseph De Jesus.
They got to get their feet back under, forget what just happened, and try to move this football.
Basil puts toe to leather. It's a deep kick, and another good kick into the end zone. That's going to be a touchback.
Okay, it just made it.
Over the head of Joseph De Jesus, and he's just thankful he didn't have to feel that after the first time. He fielded the kick at the 1 yard line after a perfect kick from Nick Basil.
Come on, West York!
The Bulldogs will get their second attempt here on offense. First time they got to start was at the 1 yard line. Here they get to go out
with their whole package now. They can use the whole package,
and start from the 20.
Right. They got some room.
Corey Wise at quarterback in the shotgun. Flank to his right. And hands off to his right is Taraj DeShields, twisting for a few yards. This Central York Panthers defense aggressive in the trenches.
He's going to have to mix it up a little bit on first down, because if you put them in an obvious passing situation, they're going to bring the house.
Victor Gonzalez comes off the field for West York. They come out, spread look, 3 wide receivers, 2 to the wide side of the field, far side of the field. Wise hands off again, and as Taraj Shields loses ground in the backfield, brought down by number 17, the defensive end, Kyle Fontes.
Right now, the 4 guys up front, McNaughton, Pham, Griffins, and Fontes are just, they own the offensive line right now.
Seth Griffiths, defensive tackle, he's a captain. Kyle Fontes, key returner, he's a junior.
Think you're going to bring some linebackers this time? Third and 9.
It's an aggressive defense.
Absolutely.
We haven't seen the Bulldogs go to the air yet. They know they have a capable quarterback. Corey Wise threw for 2,014 yards and 19 touchdowns in 2018. He drops back, surveys the field, pressure, goes on the run and throws it away. Ian McNaughton able to get a hit on the quarterback, not late enough to get a flag, but enough to let Corey Wise know he's right there.
Right, and there was nobody where he was throwing the football. The patterns were too deep. You got to move that pocket. They're going to have to move that pocket because right now, first couple of series, Central York has owned the line of scrimmage.
And back to punt is the quarterback, Corey Wise, to receive for Central York, number 8, Mason Myers. Ball bounces at midfield, rolls, picked up at the 45-yard line of the Panthers by Mason Myers. He's met quickly by good coverage from from West York.
Central's 49-yard line. You cannot do this. You know as well as I do. Give a gun like this, short field, and he's going to beat your brains in every time.
It's Daniel Rice there to make the stop on special teams.
Cade Brabula showing you that he can run this offense and do the things that Oswald wants him to do. Brandon Harris now, the single setback for you.
He splits time with Amir Manigault. Harris behind quarterback Bo Pribula. Pribula looks downfield, goes deep for Wright Rawls, and overshoots his intended receiver. Had more than one step on the defender, Avery Handy.
I think he has to throw that earlier. That's a mismatch in size. And Taylor Rawls right now owns Avery.
Wright Rawls, key returner on this offense. Again, 40 catches last year, 11 touchdowns, over 1,000 yards receiving. No huddle, Pribula back in the shotgun. Hands it off to Harris. Harris,
nice job.
Looks for a crease and is met immediately. Thudded up by Grayson Rodkey, the 5'8", 185-pound junior.
Nice job that time by the middle of that West York defense.
And Harris gets a 2-yard gain.
Got a big mismatch on Rawls right now.
3rd and 8 from the Bulldogs' 49-yard line. Pribula drops back, looks left, throws left, and overshoots his intended receiver.
Well, that was, I believe, Wright Rawls that time broke it off. He was supposed to run a skinny post, and that's where the ball went. He wasn't there. Yeah, that's what I do.
He had Wright Rawls and Judah Toom.
Go off the field down by the 20-yard line. Don't go near coach. The coach is going to find you.
Avoid the hassle early in the season.
Absolutely.
Back to punt for the Panthers.
Good
Nick
job
Basil
by West York right here. Put the stop on him.
Back to receive number 5, Avery Handy.
Oh, you cannot
punt goes
let
over
that,
his head.
You cannot let that.
Bounces across the 5 and goes out of bounds at the 4-yard line. That is where Corey Wise will start with the offense for the West York Bulldogs.
Mistakes right now. Mistakes and just a better football team have got him 16-0. Punt returner has to catch that football, okay? That's the first thing you're taught. Catch the football. Don't let it hit the ground. All right, so they're back up again. What do? I'll tell you what. They're looking for him to run. I'm throwing. I want to throw the football right here. Get something quick in the flat.
Bulldogs not being able to do much here tonight on offense. Their first possession started at the 1-yard line and ended in a safety after one play. Second possession, a 3-and-out, and here they go from the 4-yard line on their third possession.
There it is,
play
the
action,
quick one.
throws
right
out to the left and caught there by number 8. And out to the 8-yard line is Victor Gonzalez. And that's what you need to do with Corey Wise, is get him into a little bit of a throwing rhythm.
Absolutely, and that the quick pass there. They're looking for the run. He fakes, the kind of dive play, and he throws it. Little skinny screen there. Nice job. All you got to do is gain 2 more plays like that. You got a first down, and you're on the road.
Corey Wise in the shotgun. 3 wide receivers. And hands off up the middle immediately with the pressure in the backfield for the Panthers.
That's taken too long. That running play's taken too long to develop. They end up losing a yard, I believe.
Seth Griffiths and Jack Smith on tackle in the backfield. Loss of 1.
Now, G, you bring the pressure here, or you just bring 4?
If I'm the Panthers, I bring the pressure. Commanding lead, 16-0 on a rolling clock, just under 6 minutes.
That's it.
In our Stony Brook Family Restaurant
we
first
got
quarter.
4 down linemen. Let's see if they do anything. Nope, they're going to come with 4.
3rd and 6, hand off to the left.
Putting out of the end zone.
Taquan Harrison.
Flag down. Boy, West York just can't catch a break. I'll tell you what, I'd back them up. No, it was a motion. I'd back them up.
Illegal motion.
Yeah.
Declined by the Panthers. Back to punt again from his own end zone is Corey Wise on 4th and 6. Back to return Mason Myers.
Here's where the jitters are. Short, real short.
Knuckleball punt, bounces at the 30-yard line and down at the 32-yard line.
Wow.
Sean McNicholas to down the ball for the West York Bulldogs. And at this point in the game, 16-0 lead Panthers over the West York Bulldogs. The Panthers don't need any extra help, and here they are starting in great field position at the Bulldogs 32.
The deepest they've started is their own 42. Now they're on the 32.
To Bo Pribula back in the shotgun. 3 wide receivers, right Rawls to the near side. And Bo Pribula handed off to the left to Brandon Harris. He makes one move, one defender miss. And good tackling by the Bulldogs. Brought down after a 4-yard gain.
Nice hold that time by the guys up front. Just a quick slant there. Nice power run that time.
Taraj DeShields there to meet Harris.
You know, you can establish 4 yards on your run. He's going to have all the time he needs to throw this football.
Pribula in the shotgun. Hands off again to Harris. Harris up the middle, breaking through tacklers. He gets a first down to the 17-yard line.
They're just having their way with this young bunch from West York. That senior line right now is just moving them off the ball.
He gets into the secondary, and Joseph DeJesus has to make the tackle.
Right, he's at the second level before he even. Right, he gets to the second level before he even has to make a move.
Third play of this drive, Pribula gets the snap, another handoff to Harris up the middle.
And another 4 or 5 yards.
5-yard clip before he's met by number 2, linebacker Noah Marshall. A 4-yard gain.
West York has to toughen up right now. You need to, you got to dig deep right now. Stay in the game. That's the harder thing to do than the jitters, is to stay in the game.
Pribula in the shotgun, in motion. Goes Chance Williams, and the throw goes out to Chance Williams. He breaks a tackle, tries to dive for the pylon, knocked out at the 1-yard line.
Nice design.
I'm sorry, that's James Jackson, right. Not Chance Williams.
Nice design play that time. Bring him across the formation, snap the ball. He's already on a dead run. Pribula hits him in the hands, and he's off and running.
Another first down. First and goal from the 1-yard line for Bo Pribula. He's back in the shotgun, hands off up the middle to Brandon Harris, and he will waltz into the end zone for a 1-yard rushing touchdown. And the Panthers are full throttle here in the first quarter.
Pedal to the metal and just let it rip. When it starts to go bad, sometimes you just gotta, something good has to happen for West York right now.
And Nick Basil is going to have a tie by the end of the night with all these extra points and kickoffs.
Absolutely. And they got permission to go get the ball. Nobody wants to go get it, so the star quarterback had to go back and get it.
Prabula the holder as well.
Yep. Be interesting to see from this point on how the new coach here at West York keeps his charges fired up in the game. I mean, you got 3:31. Is that in the half or is that first quarter? First quarter. All right. West York's got to get something going here.
3:31 remaining in our Stony Brook Family Restaurant first quarter. 23-0 advantage. Central York Panthers over the West York Bulldogs. And last possession for the Bulldogs, we saw Corey Wise start to go to the air and looked effective.
It did look effective. And if you didn't have the starting position, they can open it up a little bit. And, I mean, that's what he's got to do. They're expecting him to run. You got to try to keep him off balance. But that little short pass, get his back, the Jesus out in space. You got to get him out of space, give him some room to run.
And back to return for the Bulldogs. Victor Gonzalez and Joseph De Jesus. Basil puts total leather end-over-end kick and received by Gonzalez at the 1-yard line. He takes it out across the 15, met at the 17-yard line, pushes forward to the 20.
Good run back.
He's met initially by Carter Glassmeyer, 5'11", 175-pound linebacker, sophomore on special teams.
They need a first down. Baby steps here. First down. Don't worry about scoring. You need to keep the ball right now.
And Corey Wise will go to work with his offense from the 20-yard line in the shotgun with 4 wide receivers, 3 to the far side of the field, the wide side of the field. And we'll get a flag before we can get the play.
I believe it's against West York. Let's see. No, defensive offsides. First mistake the Panthers made tonight.
It is the first penalty for the Panthers.
All right, now you get a break. You got 1st and 5. Can pick up your first down of the night here.
Corey Wise in the shotgun, hands off to Taraj DeShields, met immediately in the backfield. The Panthers bringing the pressure. Jack Smith, the linebacker, 6', 195-pound junior.
Some linebackers are very, very active, and there's just no holes there. I think you're going to have to throw the ball to open this up a little bit. He's got to throw the ball. He gained no yardage on 1st and 5. Penalty? Yeah. Holding
against the West York Bulldogs. And that will march them back to the 15-yard line.
So you had a break. You're going to have to get the ball out quicker because the D-line from Central York right now owns West York's offensive line.
Corey Wise gets the snap, rolls right, throws right, and met immediately after the catch is number 12, Elijah Wallace. Great defense by Central.
Yeah, they just got they got the lanes all bottled up. There's just nowhere to go right now. Central York has done a nice job with their defense of taking away basically anything that West York wants to do. Need some misdirection. You need somebody. You got to get them moving one way and get somebody in space.
West York, 2nd 11 from the 19, moving from our right to left. And it's a handoff up the middle, making a defender miss in the backfield is Taraj DeShields.
But he went wide, and then they just strung it out.
Making the tackle in the backfield. Danny Pham leading the way for the Central York Panthers defense.
I tell you right now, that front 7, front 8, doing a nice job against this Bulldog offense.
A minute 45 remaining in our Stony Brook Family Restaurant first quarter. Central York leads West York 23-0. Corey Wise gets the snap, drops back, throws left. Pressure immediately, hit as he throws.
Yes. They're just all over him. They're coming from everywhere.
Kyle Fontes again bringing the pressure from the defensive end position. 6'4", 205-pound junior. He is long and active.
Yes,
on that
he is, and
front.
he was right in his face. I mean, he had nowhere to go with it. So they start on the 20, and it ends up 4th and 12.
Back to punt again, Corey Wise, and deep to return for Central York is Mason Myers. And an end-over-end punt fielded at the 49-yard line. Mason Myers with a burst and finally pushed out at the 36-yard line.
We've played the entire game on West York's side of this 50-yard line.
The neck starts to hurt from looking one way the
entire time. Yeah, it does.
Time.
Yeah, I mean, I can't see the other side of the field, but that's all right. I mean, now Pabrula can do just about anything he wants here. I mean, they got the whole playbook. West York is completely out of sync defensively against this bunch.
Bo Pribula again will come out, starting in great field position, 37-yard line of West York. A minute 18 remaining in the first quarter. Again in the shotgun with 3 wide receivers. Pribula gets a snap.
He's got him in the middle.
Throws deep for Mason Myers.
Threw it on the wrong shoulder.
Myers had to turn around.
Right. He did, but I'll tell you what, he's got whatever he wants. It's just they can't back up anymore because then he'll go short. But again, right down the seam, wide open.
Panthers running free through this defense. Pribula with 3 wide receivers in the shotgun gives a handoff to the right. This time it's Amir Manny. He takes it across the 30.
First down, 10-yard run.
Up to the 26-yard line.
Hold on.
Central York player down.
That's Amir Manny.
Amir Manny Galt, the starting running back, 5'8", 155-pound senior. Limps off the field with the trainers.
Walking a little better, shaking it off. I tell you, these 2 lines for Central York have just owned the up front. And when you have that, it's so much easier to play both offensively and defensively when your studs up front can own that real estate.
Get the injury timeout with 1 minute left remaining on the first quarter. And it's been a dominant performance by Central York all around in all 3 phases of the game.
Absolutely.
Pribula back in the shotgun. 4 wide, hands off the middle to Brandon Harris. He shakes a tackle in the backfield, across the 20, down to the 16-yard line. He's finally knocked out there by Taraj DeShields.
But they missed 3 tackles, and that's what you cannot afford to do. You need to wrap this up. You put your hands on a guy, you have got to bring him to the ground.
Second and 3 for the Panthers.
Coach needs to find somebody that can stop this.
And that brings up a 2nd and 3 from the 17-yard line for the Panthers.
Right, Rawls wide to the other side, and he's looking there.
Gets a snap, looks left, throws to right Rawls. A great catch by Wright Rawls. Met immediately by Avery Handy.
First down.
after getting first down yardage.
When they give you 9 yards and you got a gun, when you got a quarterback that can gun it like that, that 4 yards is automatic.
So the Panthers will have a 1st and 10 from the 13-yard line. Pribula gets a snap. Handoff up the middle to Harris. Harris with a big hole gets down to the 2-yard line. Another first down for this Panthers offense. They go 1st and goal.
Shouldn't this
from
clock
the 2.
be moving or what? No, it starts on a play.
Back to the line. Pribula in the shotgun. Handoff to Harris up the middle.
He's in.
Looks like he's across, and it is. It's a 2-yard rushing touchdown for Brandon Harris, his 2nd rushing touchdown of the night.
Well, G, we're getting to see the whole package here for the Central York Panthers. Not so much for the Bulldogs of West York. First game of the year, but they look like they're firing on all cylinders. Bad snap.
And a bad snap. Pribula will pick it up, try to run in for the 2-point conversion. He does as he dives over the pylon, and everything is going the Central York Panthers' way tonight, and it's only the first quarter.
Just had 29 put up on you in the front. Wow. That's just, I'm not sure.
Hunters Hill Orthodontics is a longtime staple in the orthodontic care community. With offices in York and Dillsburg, our practice's top priority is to provide you with the highest quality orthodontic care in a friendly, comfortable environment. Call our York offices, 1910 Kenneth Road, at 767-6694 to make your appointment, or at 1399 South Queen Street, 885-5468. Or in Dillsburg, call 502-1186. We've got your smile at Hunters Hill Orthodontics.
Listen live, on demand, and on the go. Download the new WOYK app on the Apple and Google Play stores today.
Welcome back to West York. The Bulldogs set to return another Fast Signs kickoff from the Central York Panthers. The Panthers hold a 31-0 advantage.
Like
in the early
said,
goings of this game,
like
10
said,
seconds left in the first quarter.
This leg's going to be wore out.
He's been able to pin him deep tonight, had some perfect kicks on kickoff.
I mean, he
Another
puts it on
deep
yeah.
end-over-end kick.
On the goal line every time. It's perfect.
Avery Handy will take it out of the end zone. I'm sorry. That's Victor Gonzalez on the return. He brings it out to the 18.
West York needs to keep their heads in the game here.
First year head coach Ivan Quinones.
Welcome to the big leagues. Right?
Former defensive coordinator, comes over from Dallastown. Had a 13-year tenure there and needs some offense tonight.
Any kind of offense.
Corey Wise is back in the shotgun. He has 3 wide receivers. Offset to his right, Taraj DeShields. Taraj DeShields will get the handoff to the left, making defender miss in the backfield. And can't make 3 other defenders miss. He's brought down at the 15 for a 3-yard loss.
Teamwork, commitment, and passion. Those 3 words are the foundation of what has made Brown's Orchards and Farm Market a favorite Southern York County destination for 70 years. Stop in for crisp, juicy apples, meet friends in the cafe and coffee bar, or shop the greenhouse for fall decorating. And while you're there, grab your favorite Browns football party food and cheer on your team. We applaud every player and fan for your teamwork, commitment, and passion for the game. BrownsOrchards.com.
New FM signal, new website. Visit us online at 989WOYK.com and take us on the go. Download the new WOYK app today.
Back at West York here to start our second quarter. After a dominating first quarter performance from the Central York Panthers, it'll be Corey Wise at the helm for the Bulldogs to try to get back in this.
I'm not sure they have positive yardage offensively, and might have held them without a yard offense in the first quarter.
We will have some scoreboard updates coming to you soon. Those updates brought to you by Brown's Orchards Farm Market. So we'll get set. Back for action here at West York. Bulldogs come onto the field.
They took all the time they could between quarters, to try to figure out what they're going to do against this front four. That's where this game's been controlled right now. This front four defensively just is giving them no room to operate.
2nd and 12 to open up our Broadway transmission second quarter. Corey Wise in the shotgun. And flanked to his right is Taraj DeShields. DeShields will get the handoff up the middle, met immediately in the backfield, bringing the pressure again from this defense. Number three, Keelan Stroman.
Yeah.
Shot out of a cannon from his linebacker position.
And that's what's happening. They're just 4 down linemen just taking up all the offensive linemen, and the linebackers are just going to work.
Active defense for the Central York Panthers. Again, West York comes to the line. Wise in the shotgun. Flanked by the Shields. 3 wide receivers near side of the field, and throws the screen and met immediately as he makes the catch. Mason Myers on the tackle, and it's number 88 on the receiving end of that screen. Ryan Green.
If Mason Myers looks for the football right there instead of at his man, he waltzes in with 6 points. He got there the same time the ball did.
Bulldogs try to set up the wide receiver screen, nothing doing. And it'll be another punt for this offense. 3 and out. The Bulldogs take a timeout, and while they do that, we will be able to get our Browns Orchard Farm Market scoreboard update. Look around the league, and it's Hempfield in the second quarter leading Dallastown 6-3. Second quarter of action, Trinity 10, DeLone Catholic 0. Shippensburg leading Dover 28-0 in the second quarter. Columbia, slight edge over Eastern York, 7-6.
That's a big rivalry down there. That's always a big game.
Right across the river.
Yeah.
Another old-time rivalry, Gettysburg and Southwestern. Gettysburg leads that 14-zip. No score for Hanover at Susquehannock. No score for Fairfield at Penns Valley. Kennerdale, 14-point lead over Peckway Valley. Littlestown, 14-0 over Boiling Springs. Northeastern 14-7 over Solanco. Red Lion 13-0 over JP McCaskey. Back to the field for action. Back to punt is Corey Wise. Deep to return is Mason Myers. His heels at the 45-yard line of the Bulldogs. Ball rolls by him. He's able to pick it up at the midfield mark. Stretches across and down at the 49-yard line of the Bulldogs. And there to make the tackle is Sean McNolis.
And that's the other part. The kicking game for West York, short punts, so they can't back them up deep. Face mask, against West York. So not only do you have a short kick, but now you're going to give him 15, right? In high school, 15 on a face mask? Yep.
Got it.
And now you put him at the 35-yard line. So now you compound your problems.
Third penalty against West York here in the first half.
I think West York ought to go to 14 men. Can they do that?
They can certainly put a vote in for it.
Here it comes.
And Bribula gets the snap, hands up the middle. Bruising run. As Isaiah Sturgis getting the carry.
Okay, Sturgis was
game for 2.
Right. Sturgis is number 32. It's the third running back that's touched the ball.
And he's the 5'9", 175-pound junior. A 2nd and 8.
Now you got freshman wide receiver Parker Hines out here on the left.
Another handoff up the middle. Again, Isaiah Sturgis lays the boom.
He's a bruiser.
This time for a
puts
gain
the wood to you.
5.
It's number 13 out here that's in. Now he's on the far side. Parker Hines, a 5'11", 165-pound freshman.
A lot of young, talented players for Central York. Bribula will get the handoff, get the snap, hands it off up the middle again. It's Isaiah Sturgis. Huge holes.
Right.
And he is not touched until he gets into the secondary. He's met there by Joseph DeJesus, and DeJesus needs a team of Bulldogs to come in and help make the tackle. Another first down for Central York.
Making it look too easy.
1st and 10 from the 15. Bribula in the shotgun. 3 wide receivers. Isaiah Sturgis behind him. Takes a snap, looks towards right Rawls.
Again, broken pattern.
Tries to make a move, and they're going to call pass interference on Avery Handy. Right Rawls was late to make his break.
What do you got? Are you sure this is not offense? Okay. Held him up.
It is on Avery Handy.
Yep. So what is that? It's a 15-yarder or is that a spot foul?
That's going to be 15. Half the distance to the goal line.
Right.
So it'll be 1st and 2 from the 8. Bribula hands it off the left side to Sturgis. Makes a defender miss.
Holding by number 18.
He gets into the end zone. Another flag. This one's coming back.
I think Chance Williams getting caught for a hold.
That's what it's going to be.
A little too much jersey that time.
So the Panthers look like they're going to get another touchdown and gets pulled back after the penalty.
Only thing that's be able to stop them tonight is mistakes. And West York doesn't have anybody with that last name.
9 for Panthers.
I see what you did there. So 1st and 10 from the 15-yard line. Bribula back in the shotgun. Sturgis to his right. Bribula throws right. Mason Myers makes the catch at the 11. Makes a move and tackled at the 10-yard line. Brought down by Taraj DeShields.
Nice tackle by DeShields out there in space.
That's a 5-yard gain.
That's a nice pattern. They use Taylor Ray Rawls to clear and run him underneath him. Nice job.
2nd and 4 for the Panthers.
Bribula back in the shotgun, no huddle.
I want to see the fade to right Rawls.
Bribula looks left and throws
Wide
the corner wide open in the corner of the end zone and reels it in is number 4, Judah Toon.
They're digging deep because I don't even have him.
A simple 10-yard pitch and catch.
Judah Toon. I don't even know. It's all right. Judah Toon, okay.
Nick Basil back in for the extra point.
Everybody getting a chance to play tonight.
He puts it up. And the Panthers take a 38-0 lead with 7 minutes, 19 seconds remaining in the Broadway transmission second quarter.
This could get ugly.
Serving New York for over 50 years, Vito's Pizza. Check out their daily lunch specials Monday through Friday, 11 till 2. 2 slices of pizza and a small soda, only $3.99, or a small sub for only $4.25. Monday night, 2 large cheese pizzas for only $15.99. Tuesday, a large stromboli and large pitcher of soda, just $11.99. Wednesday, a large cheese pizza and large pitcher of soda, just $11.49. Vito's open till midnight, Monday through Thursday till 1 a.m., Fridays and Saturdays. Dine in at 1734 South Queen Street, York, or get carry out. Call 843-1143.
Welcome back to West York. And again, we have Nick Basil teeing it up for another Fast Signs kickoff. Back to return for West York.
Kid's exhausted.
Number 8, Victor Gonzalez. Number 4, Joseph DeJesus.
I've been on both sides of this kind of a score. A lot of fun on one, not so much on the other side.
Not so much. Basil with another great kick in the corner.
That's about his shortest kick tonight.
Bounces at the 6 and checks up. Going to be picked up there and met immediately. Victor Gonzalez. So again, great operations on special team from Central York Panthers, and Corey Wise, the senior quarterback, third-year starter, 5'9", 153 pounds, will come out to lead the West York Bulldogs. They will go 1st and 10 from the 12.
So you still got Mason Myers back there. You got Taylor Wright Rawls in the game. Judah Toom. I mean, the secondary is, I still think you got to get some kind of offense going.
Snap to Corey Wise. He hands it off up the middle. And met in the backfield is Joseph DeJesus. Able to break that tackle and gets a gain of 2.
I was going to say that's their largest gain of the night, but I think they gained 3 yards in the first quarter.
It's been a dominating effort up front for Central York in the trenches.
Right. McNaughton, Pham, Breffins, and Fontes are just playing lights out right now.
They really are. Second and 8. And a flag before the play gets off. It's going to be offsides on the defense.
Tyquez McMillan that time offsides.
Offside, defense.
You got Logan Becker in now. He's a junior, number 66, playing one of the tackles.
Corey Wise gets a snap. Another handoff to Joseph DeJesus.
Wait. Do we have it?
He reaches across for a first down.
There it is.
And you can hear the crowd here on their feet for the first down.
Yes, sir.
For West York with 5 minutes and 20 seconds in our Broadway transmission second quarter. Again, Central York with the commanding 38-0 lead. The Bulldogs will go 1st and 10 from their own 23. Wise with the snap and the handoff to Joseph DeJesus.
You can't
met
play
in the backfield by a host of defenders. Leading the way on defense is Judah Toom.
You can't play this game when it's the quarterback, fullback, running back, and 4 defensive linemen in your backfield. You can't. It won't work. It will not work.
And with 4 minutes, 40 seconds.
And that was your what? That was your shot, right? Defensive tackle? Big guy, man.
In high school, all over the defensive line.
I'm sure. At your size?
With Corey Wise back in the shotgun on 2nd and 10. Fakes the handoff, rolls out to his left.
There you go.
Throws it out to his H-back, Daniel Rice.
Nice job there by West York. No quitting.
He gets across the 30 out to the 35-yard line for the second first down of West York's night.
Now that time, you gave him, you moved the pocket a little bit and gave him some time to throw.
West York heavy run attempts tonight, able to go with the play action fake and get the first down. Corey Wise in the shotgun. Another handoff to DeJesus. He tries to take it around the left side. Nothing doing.
Number 7, Seth Griffiths that time bottled him up.
Comes from his defensive tackle position. He's a captain. Defense 5'9", 180-pound junior is Griffiths.
You just got to you got to throw this thing.
Loss of 1 and 2nd and 11 for the Bulldogs.
You got a lot of subs, and this is good for the Central York side. Get a lot of guys playing time here.
Wise back in the shotgun, flanked to his right by DeJesus. Fakes the handoff to Zeus, and pressure. Wise fortunate to get rid of it before Ian McNaughton gets to him and brings him down. That pass is incomplete, brings up 3rd and 11 for the Bulldogs.
I don't understand why you're not bringing the tight end across the middle in a situation like that, right? You were a tight end. Why not bring him right across the middle of the field? He's not going to get the ball down the field 16, 18 yards. The middle open 6 yards now. Now he needs 11.
Corey Wise tried to move the pocket and pressure immediately in his face.
But nobody down there.
Back in the shotgun. In motion goes Ryan Green from right to left. Wise throws it to his left. A short 3-yard gain, Daniel Rice.
Well, they got over the hump. They got 2 first downs in that offensive series.
Some positive plays for this Bulldog offense.
Yep, and that's what you got to do, baby steps.
Ends in a 4th and 8. Corey Wise back to punt. And deep to receive again for Central York Panthers is Mason Myers.
He hasn't been able to putt deep. I mean, maybe 30 yards is his best punt. Oh,
good
that was
snap. Just gets
blocked.
it off, an end-over-end punt. Fielded at the 30. Mason Myers runs left up the sideline. Makes a defender miss. A good block. He crosses midfield and knocked out of bounds. That'll be spotted.
No flags.
At the 42-yard line. Panthers again set up in Bulldog territory.
You make it too easy when you give him a short field of 40 yards. It brings your entire playbook into play here. There's no reason for them to have to think about it. It makes it too easy right here.
Panthers offense trots back onto the field, led by quarterback Bo Prybula, the sophomore, voted captain. He's in the shotgun. Behind him, Isaiah Sturgis. Handoff to Sturgis along the right side, lowers his head and tripped up by Gabe Allen.
I tell you, he gets
after a gain of 7.
Right, and he gets going, boy. He's a lot to handle right there. He just puts a head down. He's north and south. He's not going to juke you to make you miss. He's just gone. He don't run over top of you.
Sturgis 3 carries for 26 yards. 170-pound junior. Prybula gets a snap, looks left, and incomplete.
Yeah.
It's going to be another flag.
Right. Got a whole lot of
intended
jersey.
receivers right Rawls. along the left sideline, and it was Corey Wise.
Corey Wise.
Getting mixed up, getting called for the pass interference.
Yeah, he had a whole lot of jersey.
So the Panthers offense, helped out by the infraction, get another first down. This ball is going to be marked at the 29 inside the red zone for the Panthers. Brybula back in the shotgun, a handoff again to Sturgis up the middle. A huge hole, he cuts to the right. Gets enough for the first down.
And inside the
diving
10-yard
at the
line.
ankles to make the tackles, number 5, Avery Handy.
I tell you, this boy can run the football. He just puts his head down and he gets going. Goal line to goal line. And
that's 4 carries for 36 yards.
not bad average. That's the running game they're looking for.
Brybula gets a snap from the 10-yard line. Fakes the handoff.
Wasn't quite sure
rolls
there.
out to the left. Evades one tackler, tries to spin, knocked out after a short gain. Ball's going to be marked at the 5, so a 5-yard gain.
Second and goal for the Panthers.
Ball's marked just inside the 5. Second and goal for the Panthers. Brybula with the snap, a handoff. Fakes the handoff again. Naked bootleg to the right and launches into the end zone. It's going to be Bo Brybula with a 5-yard touchdown scamper.
Is there a running clock in high school football?
Second half, that takes effect.
Okay.
And with a 44-0 lead, they will implement the rolling clock in the second half.
Because I believe it was rolling the last couple of plays.
Nick Basil here.
They're going to have to ice this kid's leg.
The kick is up, and it is good. Score 45.
Tell you, that's some pretty fair kicking for a high school kid.
He's got a good leg, a lot of attention from colleges.
Does he?
He'll play after high school.
I mean, that's a strong leg right there, and he puts that kickoff on the goal line just every time.
Perfect kickoffs.
Right.
He spent a lot of time in the offseason perfecting that, and he is very close to that.
I tell you, I've been impressed with that too. Not much of this Panther team I have not been impressed with tonight.
Clicking on all cylinders.
Well coached. Got the whole package. They got size. They got speed. They got some beef up front. They got a quarterback with a great arm. Their running backs look good right now. Their line of scrimmage on both sides of the football are just moving people around.
Well, I'm looking at some of these stats. You'd be impressive once we get to these halftime updates.
At least on the one side.
At least on one side.
Okay.
Teeing it up again is Basil, back to return.
Easing me back in here.
For West York is Victor Gonzalez. Also Joseph De Jesus.
Let's see if he puts this one on the goal line.
Basil on the approach. Another deep end-over-end kick. Fielded by Gonzalez at the 8. Tries to make a move, and his clothesline brought down at the 17-yard line.
Ooh, he might not get up. Oh, no, he's getting up.
He feels that one and slow to get up.
Right.
But all good, and that is where Corey Wise will take over with this West York Bulldog offense. 1st and 10.
They had a couple of first downs last time. Get one play here, go deep.
9 seconds left in our first half.
See if they can get a positive yardage play out of this. First down.
In motion goes Green, a handoff up the middle. A flag. Taraja Shields gets the carry. And it's a face mask against the Panthers.
First down. That's 3.
Every first down counts.
Absolutely.
The first and 10 for the Bulldogs. That's the penalty. Ball spotted at the 32.
That's some pretty good field position right there.
And that's going to do it. We've played 2 quarters here at West York. And after 2, it's been one-sided. I'm sorry, we'll play one more untimed down.
Wait a minute.
Now we're going to talk about it. Some confusion. Everybody in week 1 form.
Get one.
So Wise in the shotgun. 3 wide receivers. Wise drops back, throws it up, and overshoots his intended receiver, Chadridge, 6'3", 178-pound junior. And let's do this again. We've played 2. And after those 2, we have Central York with a commanding 45-0 lead over West York. We'll take a break and come back for our halftime stats and updates around the league.
York's home for the NFL. Sports Radio 98.9 FM and 1350 WOYK. York.
At Donegal, we understand that there are many costs associated with running a business. That's why Donegal wants you to provide quality insurance products based on your business needs, and why we deliver that insurance at a price to fit your budget. Call your local independent Donegal agent today and discover why, when it comes to insurance for your business, Donegal is a better value. Contact Coatman Kunkel Insurance at 717-854-0300 or stop in at 17 East Market Street, York. Locally owned and operated by Pam and Rudy Kochman. Kochman Kunkel Insurance.
Listen live and on demand with the new WOYK app and online at 989WOYK.com.
Welcome back, West York. Again, a commanding first half. Central York Panthers leading West York Bulldogs 45-0 after the first half. And we're going to take a look at the updates around the league. Brought to you by Browns, Orchards, and Farm Markets. Hempfield at halftime leads Town 12-3. Trinity at the half 16 to Lone Catholic 0. Shippens 28-0 lead over Dover in the second quarter. Eastern and Columbia knotted up at 14. You mentioned about that rivalry.
I tell you, that's a friend of mine was a fullback for the guy from Eastern that played for the Steelers.
Johnny Whitman.
Yeah, Johnny Whitman.
John Whitman.
And John Whitman was as big as you, and the fullback, my friend Dominic Vera, was as big as me. But he was the fullback for Whitman, which I thought was cute.
John Whitman,
big boy.
Could dunk the shot put in high school, went to play fullback at Penn State. And I think it was 6 years he played for the Steelers.
Steelers, absolutely.
So again, that's Eastern York 14, Columbia 14 in the second quarter. Gettysburg Southwestern at half. The Warriors commanding that game 21-0 over the Mustangs. In the second quarter, Susquehannock 21, Hanover 0. At halftime, Kennerdale 35, Peckway Valley 0. Littlestown leads Boiling Springs at halftime, 14-6.
That's a rivalry that's been around a long time.
The Bubblers of Boiling Springs. Northeastern, 20, Solanco 14. That's a halftime score. Redline, a commanding lead over J.P. McCaskey, 33-0, still in the second quarter. Spring Grove losing big to Lampeter Stroudsburg, 30-0 in the second quarter. High at Pittsburgh Central Catholic. Remember that one is just now getting teed up. 8 p.m. kickoff, so no update there. York Suburban in the second quarter, 13. York Catholic, 0. That's supposed to be an old rivalry.
Right.
York Suburban, York Catholic.
Yeah, that's around a long time.
And York Tech over in Mercersburg losing to James Buchanan, 12-6 at halftime. Another halftime score. New Oxford putting up 31 points against Bermudian Springs.
That's another old rivalry.
Right down the road.
Right.
And in the second quarter, Big Spring, 8. Biglerville, 0. A lot of nice rivalry matchups there.
Absolutely. That's a lot of that.
Week 1.
A lot of that's old time. A lot of that goes back to when I was around, man, back in *68 in the late '60s. A lot of those schools were the old Blue Mountain League.
Some of these guys right down the road from each other, or right across the river. A lot of bragging rights.
A lot of bragging rights,
especially
tonight.
To put it out there in Week 1 matchups. And that is our scoreboard update, brought to you by Brown's Orchards and Farm Market. Stay tuned for more of our halftime show. We'll catch up with some stats and get a coach's pep talk following this break.
You don't have to wait till the fair to treat yourself to cotton candy. Maple Donuts is the scrumptious cotton candy donut now. Tasty cotton candy cream topped with fun blue and pink colors. Remember the king with the famous Elvis donut through the end of August. Tasty banana-flavored custard topped with peanut butter icing. August 28th is Maple Donut Night at the York Revolution. Stop by any location for free tickets. No purchase necessary. Maple Donuts. They know a thing or two about donuts.
Back here at West York, get a little taste of the Central York Panthers marching band. Let's take a look at some of our halftime stats. This halftime show brought to you by Vito's Pizza. And we'll take a look at West York. First on offense, Corey Wise, 4 for 9 passing, 24 yards. On the ground, Joseph De Jesus, 5 carries for 8 yards. Taraj DeShields on the ground, 5 carries, -3. Tyquan Harris got 1 carry for 0 yards. Looking at the receiving end, Victor Gonzalez, 1 catch, 4 yards. Elijah Lawless, 1 catch, 4 yards. Ryan Green, 1 catch, 1 yard. And Daniel Rice, the leading receiver right now for the West York Bulldogs, with 2 catches and 15 yards. And now we'll go to the bright side of the stats
Do
for
we
this
have enough
halftime
time?
show.
Do we have enough time for you to do this now?
I'm going to have to take a deep breath to get through this. We'll start out first with the passing stats. An impressive 5 for 9, 38 yards. Bo Pribula, effective through the air. On the ground, it's Amir Manigault, 4 carries for 53 yards. Ripped off a big 38-yard gain. Brendan Harris, 8 carries for 41 yards. Bo Pribula had 4 carries, 60 yards. Isaiah Sturgis, we've seen some bruising runs come in towards the end of that half. 5 carries for 36 yards. On the receiving end, Mason Myers, 1 catch for 4 yards. Taylor Wright-Rawls, really explosive player, only 2 catches for 11 yards. Judah Toom, 1 catch for 10 yards. And James Jackson, 1 catch for 13 yards. And more important than the stats, numbers that make the biggest difference is the scoreboard that says Central York Panthers 45 and West York Bulldogs 0.
Okay, now I told you we were going to watch Bo Pabula and this high-octane offense, passing offense. All right? Rushing yards, 38. Or excuse me, passing yards, 38. Rushing yards, 190. Now, if they can do just a little more balance there, go through the season, I know they're outmanning this bunch, but that's got to look good for the coach.
It does. That's setting the tempo for this first half, and you see why the score is so lopsided. It's been largely in the trenches. There's been huge holes, and that offensive front for Central York has just been doing an impeccable job. Josh Gaffney at left tackle, Max Wortman left guard, Lake Hinder at center, Ian McNaught are all returning starters, and then you have Ethan Kramer, 6 foot, 230-pound junior at right tackle. And that's a formidable bunch.
That's it, and it is. And they're doing a nice job of their backs are running north and south, getting through the gaps that you're creating. And, you know, the other line, the defensive line of Central has just taken West York completely out of their rhythm. They have no rhythm whatsoever. I mean, the one play, I think would have gained about 8 or 9 yards on a pass. That was all the quarterback. And I mean, he's still running for his life. So both sets of lines for Central right now are just owning this game.
So we're still here in our Vito's Pizza halftime.
We're going to be here till 1.
We'll come back and get a coach's pep talk and look forward to the second half.
To dig deep, all right?
Take us on the go with the new WOYK app. Download on the Apple and Google Play stores today. Sports Radio 98.9 FM and 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Runners know the challenge. It's not the uncompromising weather. It's not the pounding repetition. It's not knowing how to dig deep as you start the climb of that last hill. For runners, the challenge is the discipline to keep running. Flying feet. Casual runners, amateur runners, hardcore runners. No matter what level runner you are, Flying Feet Sports Shoes is with you every step of the way. Flying Feet has become the leader in athletic footwear and properly fitting the feet of runners throughout Central PA. Flying Feet has become the leader in athletic footwear, properly fitting the feet of runners throughout Central PA. And that holds true whether you're training or racing on roads, tracks, or trails. For those searching for that discipline, Flying Feet provides the latest shoe innovations, the accessories and equipment, and the inspiration to keep on running. Greg Baum and his staff have the knowledge and the true understanding of what running is all about. As one local runner put it, Flying Feet is family, and all runners are welcome. Flying Feet. Flying Feet Sports Shoes, 1511 Melrose Avenue, York, just off exit 18 of I-83.
Serving York for over 50 years, Vito's Pizza. Check out their daily lunch specials Monday through Friday, 11 till 2. 2 slices of pizza and a small soda, only $3.99, or a small sub for only $4.25. Monday night, 2 large cheese pizzas for only $15.99. Tuesday, a large stromboli and large pitcher of soda, just $11.99. Wednesday, a large cheese pizza and large pitcher of soda, just $11.49. Vito's open till midnight, Monday through Thursday till 1 a.m., Fridays and Saturdays. Dine in at 1734 South Queen Street, York, or get carry out. Call 843-43.
New FM signal, new website. Get features, live broadcasts, and on-demand game broadcasts and shows online at 989WOYK.com.
Back here for our Vito's Pizza halftime show at West York. In the background, we hear the sounds of the Central York Panthers marching band. As we sit here at half, obviously a very lopsided first half, 45-0 lead, Central York over West York here. If we could go into the locker room of West York, what do we hear from the coach's pep talk?
You know, my thing was always, you never quit, okay? And I know you being an athlete, the athlete that you were, I know that you live by that creed. And that's Quinones' job right now. And that's the culture that, like I said earlier, you got to bring. Now that's what he's doing. You got to get these kids to keep their head up. There's no shame in getting beat by a better horse. And right now, it is what it is. But that's your thing as the coach. I've been on that side of the ledger, and I'm sure you have too. That's the thing he wants. He wants his kids to come out, play hard, no head. Don't put your head down. What happened in the first half is history. We need positive things to happen for us in the second half, and that's what he's preaching. All right, make a good block. Let's try to make 2 or 3 first downs. Believe me, they all know they have no shot of winning this football game. I mean, but you don't quit. There's no quit. In life, in football, I don't care what it is, whatever you do, you never give up. And if you can just get that through to them and make them do that in the second half, you're a winner. That's the thing. The other locker room.
So you have the obvious uphill climb for West York down 45.
Right.
What do you do when you're up with that kind of a margin? How do you get your players motivated to continue to keep the pedal on the gas?
Well, when you're up right now, you don't want anybody. You want everybody to be classy. Okay, that's the first thing. You don't need no shucking and jiving here. You're going to get some young kids in. Okay, I think if like you were saying, to coach out on the field. This is not game 0, game 1, but this is. Maybe leave Pabrula in there for the third quarter. I would. He needs work. He's a sophomore. This is a building block for coming down the road. There's bigger and better games coming down the road. Let's run maybe some stuff that we wouldn't normally run. Pans out, work on some things. Get some young guys some time at certain positions. Maybe get a couple of different offensive linemen in there that need some work, game situation work. Again, you want to keep the pedal to the metal, and you want to work hard, and that's what you want to do. So that's what I'd be saying if I was in there, and that's how I'd coach it if I was Central York.
You're listening to the Vito's Pizza halftime show. We're going to take a break, come back, give a score summary, and then get settled in for the third quarter.
When you work with an independent insurance agent, you put the power of choice to work for you. Independent agents know several companies and their coverages, which means more options. And because companies like Donegal Insurance Group use the independent agent system, you not only get quality insurance, you also save money. The independent insurance agent system. Discover the power of choice. Contact Kochman Kunkel Insurance at 717-854-0300 or stop in at 3217 East Market Street, York. Locally owned and operated by Pam and Rudy Kochman. Kochman Kunkel.
Hey, it's the good-looking genius at Broadway Transmission. You know what really grinds my gears? Perfectly good cars being thrown away just because the transmission went bad. My mind slips into overdrive when someone says,
I'll just get a new car before I spend that kind of money on a transmission.
What? According to Kelley Blue Book, the average price of a new car is $32,000. Now you're going to finance that, right? There's another $6,000 to $8,000. And if you drive it off the showroom floor, it loses 20% of its value immediately. Don't forget, you also have to pay sales tax, higher insurance rates, title and registration fees, and come up with $600, $700, $800 a month depending on your interest rates for 5 years. And remember, you will still have to pay for the upkeep of the car, brakes, tires, wipers, fluids, etc. Stop! Trade your transmission, not your car.
Thanks, good-looking genius.
You're welcome, ma'am. Broadway Transmission. We'll get your shift together and save you all that dough. Visit us on the web at BroadwayTrans.com or stop in and see how it's done.
Hunters Hill Orthodontics is a longtime staple in the orthodontic care community. With offices in York and Dillsburg, our practice's top priority is to provide you with the highest quality orthodontic care in a friendly, comfortable environment. Call our York offices, 1910 Kenneth Road, at 767-6694 to make your appointment, or at 1399 South Queen Street, 885-5468. Or in Dillsburg, call 502-1186. We've got your smile at Hunters Hill Orthodontics.
New FM signal, new website. Visit us online at 989woyk.com and take us on the go. Download the new WOYK app today.
Back at Bulldogs Stadium, Wrapping up the Vito's Pizza halftime show, getting ready for our Maple Donuts third quarter. We take a look at the scoring summary of the first half. Only one side of the paper to read. And it was Central York on the opening possession. Started at their own 43-yard line and marched down in 4 plays and finished with a 38-yard rushing touchdown from the starting running back, Amir Manigat. That was 10 minutes, 16 seconds remaining in the first quarter. On the ensuing possession for West York, they started at the 1-yard line in the shadow of their own goal post, and after one play, tackled immediately in the end zone for a safety. Made the score 9-0. Getting the ball back, Panthers go from the 40-yard line of West York. One play, 40-yard touchdown. Pitch and catch. Bo Pribula connects with his wide receiver, Judah Tome. Sorry, I didn't have that written down. And that made the score 15-0 with 10 minutes remaining in the first quarter. Next possession, 4 plays, capped off with a 1-yard touchdown run from Brandon Harris, 23-0. An ensuing possession, go 37 yards in 3 plays, a 2-yard rushing touchdown again from Brandon Harris, 31-0. And again, on the next possession, 34 yards, 3 plays. There's a 10-yard touchdown pass. Pribula connects with his wide receiver, Judah Tome. Makes the score 38-0. And to finish off the first half scoring, there's a 5-yard rushing touchdown from Bo Pribula with 1:44 remaining in the first half, gives us our halftime score of 45-0.
All right, G, they get the ball first. They got no points on the board. This guy's going to pin him deep again. You've got to come out here and make positive. You've got to get positive yardage on this first series. And then just little steps, baby steps here.
Nick Basil tees it up, kicks it off. Another end-over-end booming kick.
Right on the goal line.
Gonzalez through his hands and picks it up at the 2-yard line and belted down.
Who was that?
On the coverage by number 20. Carter Glassmeyer, backup linebacker, 5'11", 175-pound sophomore.
Plus you got a flag on the field.
And we have laundry.
Yes, we do. Holding against West York. Really? Wow.
Things continue to go against West York.
They can't catch a break.
As we start the Maple Donuts third quarter with a rolling clock and a 45-point deficit for this West York offense.
And they're going to start with the ball inside the 5-yard line, just inside the 5-yard line, or right on the 5-yard line. Not exactly the way you want it to start this half.
Or the season.
Really?
Corey Wise in the shotgun, flanked by 2 running backs, one to the right, one to the left, and the handoff goes to DeZeus around the left side, fighting for yardage. It's a couple before he's met by a host of Panthers. 2nd and 8.
Somebody got to put a helmet on somebody right up front and just knock them on their butts if you're West York.
Couple of the halftime break, you look for those tempo setters. Try to bring some life back in this West York offense.
Body language not looking good here.
From the 7, Wise in the shotgun. And DeZeus around the right side. Again, great defense led by Ian McNaughton.
There's just nothing there. They fill the lanes. The linebackers fill the lanes. The 4 linemen get up and get in the backfield.
No gain, 3rd and 8.
I mean, there's just nowhere to go. They string it out well, do a nice job. There's been no passing game to speak of. to try to spread them out a little bit.
Wise goes to work from the shotgun. DeJesus to his right. He drops back and will try to scramble to the left and brought down as soon as he tucks the ball by Seth Griffiths, the captain on the defensive line, a 5'9", 180-pound junior. That's a 3-yard loss.
That was just to save the safety. He moved up in the box just to save the safety.
And Corey Wiles will be back to punt again. Mason Myers.
Standing on his 35-yard line, actually 34-yard line.
His heels on the 34-yard line of West York. The punt coming from the 11-yard line. End over end punt. Fielded on the ground at the 38. No, I'm sorry, 33.
That's the way to field. But again, short field for Central.
Bulldogs, 34-yard line.
8 minutes, 31 seconds remaining. Our Maple Donuts third quarter.
Here comes
Rolling clock, 45-0 lead, Central York over West York.
Prabula, Sturgis, all the guns.
1st and 10 from the 34. Prabula in a shotgun.
He's got him wide open.
And lets it loose for Wright Rawls. Hauled in at the 1 and reaches across the goal line for 6. A 34-yard pitch and catch. It takes one play, and the Panthers hit pay dirt.
It's been there all night. I mean, they can't stop that, but that's the first time that they've hit it. He was wide open. He had a better step on him. That's all. He's got a mismatch in height, long reach. Nice catch radius by Taylor Wright Rawls. He can get up there and get it.
Tremendous catch radius for Wright Rawls. 6'2", 165-pound junior. Again, 11 touchdowns last year. Here's Basil. And again, Prabula will pick it up after a bobbled snap. Tries to throw it in for the 2 points. And
nice job.
Broken up
by number 4.
Joseph DeJesus.
Yep.
So one play and the Panthers strike pay dirt. We'll take a break and come back for a kickoff and West York's next possession.
Sports injury? Walk into WellSpan Urgent Orthopedics for immediate care. No appointment is ever needed. Our orthopedic and sports medicine specialists are here to treat you. Visit wellspan.org/urgent orthopedics today for hours at our York and Hanover locations.
Today it seems everybody is offering a discount on car insurance, but at what price? Reduced protection and personal service. At State Farm, you can earn discounts and still get full service and dependable protection from the world's largest car insurer. See me, Trish Hauser, 1865 Susquehanna Trail North, York, for the State Farm multiple line discount. With State Farm, you get an agent you can depend on and an insurance company you can trust. For the details on State Farm's multiple line discounts, see me, Trish Hauser.
Stony Brook Family Restaurant, located at 3560 East Market Street in York, is open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner from 5 a.m. to 9 p.m. Completely remodeled, Stony Brook is the home of good food and hospitality at reasonable prices. Proudly serving the York area for over 30 years, Stony Brook is family owned and now also serves beer and wine. For home cooking, homemade soup, steaks, seafood, our famous roasted chicken, or just about anything, visit Stony Brook Family Restaurant, 3560 East Market Street in York.
Hi, this is Dan Patrick. Join me weekday mornings at 9 on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
And another great Fast Signs kickoff from Nick Basil. West York will start their offensive operations from their own 10-yard line.
Coach got to figure out something. You got to pull a play out of somewhere.
Wise in the shotgun. The handoff goes to Joey DeJesus up the left side. And a good gain on first down.
That's the longest
gain
play
of 9.
Right, that's the longest running play from scrimmage tonight. Wow.
A little bit of life here late. Chaz Etheridge comes off the field for West York. In goes Victor Gonzalez. Nope. Back in goes Chaz Etheridge.
They only had 10. They're having trouble playing with 11. You need that other guy.
Could use a few extra.
Yeah.
Corey Wise gets the snap, handoff to Jesus up the middle, and he's running east and west, trying to make his way across for a first down.
I don't believe he got it, did he? Right.
No gain.
Like you said.
3rd and 1.
Like you said, you can't go east and west against this defense. They're just going to eat you up.
Some clean jerseys coming in for the Panthers. Back up Justin Kane. Wise in the shotgun to his left. De Jesus gets the handoff around the right side, spins, and immediately met by 3 Panthers. And leading the wave, Ian McNaughton again. The senior, 6'1", 200-pound defensive end, disruptive in the backfield.
Right, but you're going east and west. That first play, they just handed it off, boom, north and south to gain 9 yards. I would have run it 3 times. Just keep running until he take it away. Then find another one that works. Now you got your punt returner standing on the 41-yard line.
Another 3 and out. 8 possessions and 6 3 and outs for West York
12
on
man.
offense.
You got a 12-man on the field, and that's against West York. So 12 men on the field. They tried. They're trying to play with 12. They got caught.
Wise again standing in his own end zone for this punt. Back to receive Mason Myers.
They're going to try to block one of these eventually. Oh,
Bad
no.
snap goes through the back of the end zone, and the second safety of the night for the West York Bulldogs, and the wheels, if not already, are falling off.
No, they're gone.
For the home team.
Yeah, the wheels are gone. Coach needs a timeout. Needs to get his charges together. And I know he just came out of halftime, but
we'll take a break and come back for another Fast Signs kickoff.
Get your football party started with great Best Yet products from your neighborhood Sure Save Markets. Pick up party platters with $18.93 deli items. Team up Best Yet hot dogs and hamburgers with Best Yet rolls. Get Best Yet 12 packs of soda and Best Yet Rising Crust pizzas at Sobel's Markets in Shrewsbury, Stewartstown, Whiteford, and East York. And Nell's Market Fresh Foods in Sprague. Can't get enough of the birds? Sports Radio 98.9 and 1350 WOYK has you covered. Join us all season on Mondays at 6 for the Baltimore Baseball Show, hosted by award-winning Orioles and National Baseball writer Dan Connolly from The Athletic Baltimore. Exclusive in-depth interviews plus the latest insight and analysis on the Orioles every week. Talking baseball and the birds every Monday at 6. The Baltimore Baseball Show, brought to you by Flying Feet Sports Shoes on Sports Radio 98.9 FM and 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
We were with you when you were struggling with the challenges of being a young athlete, before the challenges of keeping fit while working 9 to 5, and long before Pilates and Zumba were even a thing. Flying Feet. Flying Feet Sports Shoes outfitted you as a young athlete. When you slipped into a new sport, practically every season, you learned a lot and you grew strong. Now that you're an adult, why stop? Flying Feet has the brands and the styles that will increase your performance no matter how you choose to maintain your fitness. Just like when you were a kid, when you shop Flying Feet, you know you'll walk away with the best fit and natural comfort. Flying Feet stocks fitness shoes and all kinds of fitness gear. So, what do you do these days? Trail walking? Working out on the track? On the street? In the gym? Sign up for exercise classes like Pilates, Zumba, or need shoes for weightlifting? It doesn't matter what you're into, you can always count on Flying Feet. It's the one sportswear specialty store that's truly ageless. Flying Feet. Flying Feet Sports Shoes, 1511 Mount.
Back at West York, after a return from Mason Myers to the 35, a 32-yard run by Isaiah Sturgis, and he just caps it off with a 3-yard rushing touchdown.
Wow. Wow. That's just...
So 3 plays, 35 yards, just like that.
Was it 3?
I'm sorry, 2 plays.
Thank you.
35 yards, just like that.
Wow.
Isaiah Sturgis with a 3-yard rushing touchdown. Basil to put the extra point through.
Making it even 60.
And gives Central York the lead 60-0 over West York. We'll take another break and come back for yet another Signs kickoff.
Your home for local sport.
We were with you when you were struggling with the challenges of being a young athlete, before the challenges of keeping fit while working 9 to 5, and long before Pilates and Zumba were even a thing. Flying Feet. Flying Feet Sports Shoes outfitted you as a young athlete. When you slipped into a new sport practically every season, you learned a lot, and you grew strong. Now that you're an adult, why stop? Flying Feet has the brands and the styles that will increase your performance no matter how you choose to maintain your fitness. Just like when you were a kid, when you shop Flying Feet, you know you'll walk away with the best fit and natural comfort. Flying Feet stocks fitness shoes and all kinds of fitness gear. So, what do you do these days? Trail walking? Working out on the track, on the street, in the gym? Sign up for exercise classes like Pilates, Zumba, or need shoes for weightlifting? It doesn't matter what you're into. You can always count on Flying Feet. It's the one sportswear specialty store that's truly ageless. Flying Feet. Flying Feet Sports Shoes, 1511 Melrose Avenue, York, just off exit 18 of I-83.
Get your football party started with great Best Yet products from your neighborhood Sure Say markets. Pick up party platters with $18.93 deli items. Team up Best Yet hot dogs and hamburgers with Best Yet rolls. Get Best Yet 12 packs of soda and Best Yet Rising Crust pizzas at Sobel's Markets in Shrewsbury, Stewartstown, Whiteford, and East York, and Nell's Market Fresh Foods in Sprague. Take us on the go with the new WOYK.
Here at West York, after a big return by Jamari Jenick, gets the ball out to the 28-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs. No gain on their first offensive play. 2 minutes, 7 seconds remaining in our Maple Donuts third quarter. Central York 60, West York 0. 2nd and 10 from the 28-yard line for the Bulldogs offense.
You got to get something going here. You got to get something going here if you're West York. You just can't lay down here.
Corey Wise looking for a spark. And a flag comes before they can get it off. False start on the offense. 7th penalty for the Bulldogs tonight.
On top of everything else.
2nd and 15 coming out for the Bulldogs.
And this is no good because now Central, as they've been doing all night, they'll just tee it up and come.
It's been an aggressive night for the Panthers defense.
Yeah. They got a lot of guys in there that
dominant performance in the trenches.
Right.
2nd and 15 from the 28-yard line. Getting the ball after the handoff and met immediately in the backfield is Taraj DeShields.
Well, who was that? One of them, number 22, almost took the handoff.
Tyquez McMillan coming from the defensive end position.
Yep.
6'1", 210-pound senior.
He almost took the handoff. He got there the same time the ball
untouched into the backfield.
3rd and 20. West York doesn't have a play for this.
Wise goes to the shotgun. 3 wide receivers. In motion goes Green. Fakes the handoff and throws out, tripping after he makes the catch. There's Noah Marshall. Marshall gets his first catch of the night.
And with that, mercifully, we end.
Short gain of 2. And the clock will roll down after 3. Central York 60. West York 0.
Your home for local.
We were with you when you were struggling with the challenges of being a young athlete, before the challenges of keeping fit while working 9 to 5, and long before Pilates and Zumba were even a thing. Flying Feet. Flying Feet Sports Shoes outfitted you as a young athlete. When you slipped into a new sport practically every season, you learned a lot and you grew strong. Now that you're an adult, why stop? Flying Feet has the brands and the styles that will increase your performance no matter how you choose to maintain your fitness. Just like when you were a kid, when you shop Flying Feet, you know you'll walk away with the best fit and natural comfort. Flying Feet stocks fitness shoes and all kinds of fitness gear. So, what do you do these days? Trail walking? Working out on the track, on the street, in the gym? Sign up for exercise classes like Pilates, Zumba, or need shoes for weightlifting? It doesn't matter what you're into, you can always count on Flying Feet. It's the one sportswear specialty store that's truly ageless. Flying Feet. Flying Feet Sports Shoes, 1511 Melrose Avenue, York, just off exit 18 of I-83. Square specialty store that's truly ageless. Flying Feet. Flying Feet Sports Shoes, 1511 Melrose Avenue, York, just off exit 18 of I-83.
Get your football party started with great pizzas at Sobel's Markets in Shrewsbury, Stewartstown, Whiteford, and East York, and Nell's Market Fresh Foods in Sprague. Take us on the go with the new WOYK app. Download on the Apple and Google Play stores today. Sports Radio 98.9 FM and 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Here at Bulldogs Stadium to start our fourth quarter.
What's the best punt of the night?
York Mitsubishi. And after a punt, Central York will get the ball from the 46-yard line of the Bulldogs. And throwing deep. Intercepted at the 4-yard line is Joseph DeJesus on the defense. Pass is thrown by Trenton Dunnick, the backup quarterback.
But you can see what Central York, there's no quitting Central York. They're going to air it out. He just went up top, just let it go.
Full throttle all night for the Central York Panthers, and finally something goes the way of West York. They get interception. First turnover of the night. It's been a clean game. Comes to the turnover. West York will go 1st and 10 from their own 6-yard line.
Been a long night for West York.
Corey Wise in the shotgun. In motion goes Green. A handoff up the middle. Not much doing.
Number 20.
It's number 21, Tyquan Harrison.
And number 20 on the tackle was Carter Glassmeyer.
Saw Glassmeyer shine through on some special teams plays tonight.
They're doing a nice job getting the whole roster in. Coach Oswald's subbing at will at this point. And still, The West York offensive line cannot control this defensive front. Okay.
Wise uses the hard cadence and gets the Central York Panthers to jump off sides.
Positive stuff. 5 yards. Who you like?
Lucas Reed on the infraction. 2nd and 5 for the Bulldogs.
Ron Jacques in there right now. Matthew Seldom-Ridge is in there. That's for the Panthers on the defensive line. And they jumped again. And we got a first down. West York. On 2 offsides penalties by the Panthers. And that's why you let the young guys in there, okay? You got to give them some time. They got to get used to this.
After the Bulldogs get a turnover on the interception. Short gain from Harrison. And then 2 offside infractions from the defense. First down. Bulldogs are in business. And a handoff to the left side to Taraj DeShields. Great job stringing him out on the defense for another short gain.
They just seem so much. Their D-backs seem so much quicker and their linebackers than the West York backs. They just can't seem to reach the corner and turn it and get upfield. And like I said, we got, wholesale substitutions on the Panthers at this point.
Bulldogs come out 2nd and 8 from the 18-yard line. Green goes in motion from right to left. It's a handoff around the right side again to DeShields, spinning away from one tackler, and then met immediately by number 14, Amir Manigault.
Amir Manigault getting a little time on the defensive side.
He'll go off to get the breather. The rolling clock, 7 minutes, 30 seconds remaining here in the York Mitsubishi 4th quarter. Central York, landslide lead 60. West York Bulldogs 0. Wise gets the snap, throws downfield to the left.
Nice pattern there.
Avery handy, and he hauls it in at the 37-yard line.
Well, he gave him some time that time, and he delivered it right where he needed. Corey Wise right on the numbers. Just a little, down and across the middle. Biggest gain of the night.
Gain of 17.
Biggest gain of the night for West York. They haven't crossed midfield yet. This could be a goal here.
West York comes out with a bunch formation to the wide side of the field. Corey Wise hands it off to the left side to Shields. Puts on the brakes in the backfield, trying to get past the defender, and brought down after a short gain.
Positive yardage, though. 1.
Ron Jacques on the stop, 1-yard gain.
Right.
Second and 9 from the 37.
I'd run that pattern right across that hitch right across the middle again.
Ball in the left hash. Wise fakes the handoff, goes deep to Avery Handel, diving attempt and incomplete.
Nice job by number 81. That's Connor Caruso. 5'10", 150-pound wide receiver, defensive back. Did a nice job.
Staying in phase step for step with Avery.
Looking back, seeing the quarterback, you know what I mean? See him throw the ball. He knew right where he was. Had him on his hip. Nice job by number 81.
.5:15 remaining in the 4th quarter.
The middle's open. Go across the middle. Oh, no.
An interception thrown. The backup quarterback comes in. Theodore Halloran rolling out to his left, tries to get rid of it. And it was number 20, Carter Glassmeyer, with the interception.
And then put a lick. Somebody put a lick on the tackle.
Halloran.
Yeah.
Goes after to make a tackle and gets belted. West York players on a knee around their backup quarter Halloran. We'll take a break, and when we come back, Central York will have the ball at the 26.
Sports injury? Walk into WellSpan Urgent Orthopedics for immediate care. No appointment is ever needed. Our orthopedic and sports medicine specialists are here to treat you. Visit wellspan.org/urgent orthopedics today for hours at our York and Hanover locations.
You'll never find a better bang for your buck than in a new Mitsubishi from York Mitsubishi. York Mitsubishi packs tons of performance and features into today's hottest cars, starting at thousands below the competition, with even more discounts and rebates added on, like $5,000 off the 7-passenger Outlander, 0% financing for 60 months, plus $1,500 cash back on Outlander Sport, 0% financing for 72 months on the Sporty Eclipse Cross, and don't forget the go-kart on steroids, the Mitsubishi Mirage, with up to 43 miles per gallon, one of the lowest priced cars in America today, starting at $12,990. Mitsubishi adds even more value with their exclusive 10-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty. Plus, any purchase made with 0% financing means no payment for 90 days. And remember, past credit problems are never an issue at York Mitsubishi. So get pre-approved at YorkMitsubishi.com now. York Mitsubishi, around the corner of Route 30 and Roosevelt Avenue, where Mitsubishis always cost less.
New FM signal, new website. Get features, live broadcasts, and on-demand game broadcasts and shows online at 989WOYK.com.
Here at Bulldog Stadium with 4 minutes, 28 seconds remaining. The York Mitsubishi fourth quarter. Central York Panthers, after an interception, will take over.
Nice tackle that time by Joseph DeJesus on that little...
2nd and 8 for the Panthers. A fake handoff and up the right side. Upended is Trenton Dunnick, backup quarterback, after he gains enough for a first down. Ball's going to be marked at the 14-yard line, 10-yard gain.
And they just continue to just take chunks of the field every time they put the ball in somebody's hand. And a lot of these guys we have not seen tonight. See if we get some of their names. Number 79 right now, 260-pound Robert Jameson is in there.
Dunnick gets a snap, fakes a handoff, keeps it up the middle.
And Mr. Jameson's not going to get a lot of playing time if he lets them tackles go around him like that.
Not getting fooled is Daniel Rice coming in from his linebacker spot, making the tackle for West York.
Sophomore Alex West is in the game. He's a 5'10", 260-pound sophomore playing one of the guard spots.
Dunnick from the shotgun gets a snap, surveys the field, and looks to his right, lets it fly. Incomplete over the head of his intended receiver, number 19, Victor Pena.
All right, here we go. First time with a little bit of adversity. 3rd and 10.
Not many 3rd and longs for the Panthers tonight, as it's been all Central York as we sit with the Panthers 60 and the Bulldogs 0. 2 minutes, 25 seconds on a rolling clock in the York Mitsubishi fourth quarter.
You need 10 here.
Trenton Dunnick in the shotgun.
Not going to get it that way.
Around the left side and met
number 14.
In the backfield, a 1-yard loss. Amir Manigault.
Number 14 on the tackle for West York. I'm sorry.
Wrong roster there.
It is. I got him. Oh, okay.
Jamari
Jenneret.
So the first time on a 3rd and 10, that adversity, they get pushed back.
Yeah, there was a Jenneret that went
and
played
11.
tight end for Boston College came out of York High.
So here we have a 31-yard field goal attempt for Nick Basil.
Oh.
It's no good.
Wide right.
Plenty of leg.
First mistake tonight for the Central York Panthers. And they made it with 1:21 left in the game.
Basil, his first attempt at a field goal tonight, misses wide right. Plenty of leg.
Oh, yeah.
Bulldogs will take over from the 19-yard line.
Here we go.
Corey Wise still in at shotgun. Picks up the snap off a shoelace and in and out of the hands.
Got to catch it
of
first.
Noah Marshall.
Well, he saw number 13. That's Parker Himes coming at him. He's a freshman, number 13. Kind of looked off. Catch the ball first.
We tick down under 30 seconds here in the fourth quarter.
This could be the last play.
Bulldogs break the huddle. Corey Wise in at shotgun. Flanked to his left by Taraj DeShields. Wise will look downfield. Throws to his left. Avery Handy is the intended receiver. He goes up and gets it.
Great
Brings
catch.
it in at the 48-yard line. A 29-yard pitch and catch. The longest play on offense comes on the last play of the game for the Bulldogs.
Avery Handy with a great catch there.
And the Bulldogs, much too little, much too late. Here in a dominant performance of Week 1, Central York. After 4 quarters, Central York hangs 60 on West York. West York 0. And we'll take a break. Come back with our scoreboard show and scoreboard updates and our post-game show.
Hunters Hill Orthodontics is a longtime staple in the orthodontic care community. With offices in York and Dillsburg, our practice's top priority is to provide you with the highest quality orthodontic care in a friendly, comfortable environment. Call our York offices, 1910 Kenneth Road, at 767-6694 to make your appointment, or at 1399 South Queen Street, 885-5468. Or in Dillsburg, call 502-1186. We've got your smile at Hunters Hill Orthodontics.
Want to give your child the best birthday ever without hosting, planning, or cleanup work? Book a York Revolution birthday party at Peoples Bank Park. Parties include 2 hours of all-you-can-eat Kessler's hot dogs and pizza, goodie bags for all guests, and Penn State Children's Hospital playground wristbands. The birthday child gets a custom Revs jersey and throws out a first pitch, and the whole crowd sings happy birthday before the party enjoys a customized Revs birthday cake. Birthdays at a Revs game. Best birthday ever. Details at YorkRevolution.com or 717-801-HITS.
There's only one place for local high school sports. Sports Radio 1350.
Back here at West York for our Penn State post-game show. Let's first take a look around the league for our scoreboard updates and our scoreboard show. This one brought to you by WellSpan.
All right. Fourth quarter, Hempfield 19, Dallastown 3. Fourth quarter score, Trinity 16-0 over your DeLone Catholic. Second quarter, that's the best score we got on the Shippensburg game, 28-0 over Dover at the half. 21-21, Columbia and East York all tied up. At the half, Penn Valley and Fairfield 56-0 at the half. That's worse than here. Gettysburg in the fourth quarter, 28-9 over Southwestern. I'll tell you what, that's a big score. Halftime, Susquehannock 35-0 over Hanover. Fourth quarter, Kennerdale beaten up on Pequay Valley 49-0. Third quarter, Littlestown 28, Boiling Springs 6. Third quarter, Northeastern 41, Solenko 21. Third quarter, Redline 39, J.P. McCaskey 0. Fourth quarter, Lampeter Strasburg 36, Spring Grove not on a scoreboard with 0. First quarter out in Pittsburgh. 7-7 between York High and Pittsburgh Central Catholic. In the third quarter, York Suburban 20, York Catholic nothing. Fourth quarter, James Buchanan 12, York County Tech 6. In the fourth quarter, New Oxford 38-7 over Bermudian Springs, and in the fourth quarter, Big Spring 21, Biglerville 0. So that's your update as of 9:04 on our first Friday of the football season. A lot of zeros up there.
A lot of zeros. Just that week one.
Yeah.
Offense takes longer to get going than the defense does, and you
absolutely.
see that throughout the league and all these games you've mentioned. And you see it again here tonight with the final score being 60-0 Central York over West York. Let's go with the scoring recap of tonight's game. Quick one-sided read on this sheet. Started with a 38-yard rushing touchdown from Imir Manigault with 10 minutes, 16 seconds in the first quarter. Gave the Panthers a 7-0 lead. The next possession, after the kickoff to West York, pinned down at their 1-yard line, took one play and a tackle in the end zone for a safety. With 10 minutes, 7 seconds remaining, 9-0 lead for the Panthers. And after they got the kickoff, they went one play, 40 yards. It was Bo Pribula on the scamper. Made it 15-0 with 10 minutes, 1 second remaining in the first quarter. On their ensuing possession, they go 3 and out. The only punt of the night for the Panthers.
Wow.
Next possession, they go 32 yards, finished with a 1-yard touchdown run from Brandon Harris with 3 minutes, 31 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Score was 23-0. And the last score in the first quarter, after a 37-yard drive, a 2-yard rushing touchdown again from Brandon Harris. 31-0 was that score with 10 seconds again remaining in the first quarter.
Not more than a 50-yard drive the whole night. They didn't even get it near 50, I think.
And they started 7 of 9 drives in Bulldog territory.
Tough to lose games when that happens.
Next possession, starting at the 34-yard line of the Bulldogs. Finished that drive with a 10-yard touchdown pass, Pribula to Judah Toom. 7 minutes, 19 seconds remaining in the second quarter, put our score at 38-0. Next possession, 42-yard line is where they started with the ball. Go down and finish that drive with a 5-yard touchdown run by Bo Pribula with 1 minute, 44 seconds remaining in the third quarter, 45-0. Go into the fourth quarter, a 34-yard drive finished with one play, start to finish, 34-yard touchdown pitch and catch. Bo Pribula caught up with his main target, Taylor Wright-Rawls. That's going to be a fun duo to watch throughout this year.
I mean, he can put it just about anywhere.
And that put us at 51-0. Next possession for West York, when they go to punt from inside their end zone. A bad snap goes through the back of the end zone for a safety, gives us a 53-0 score. And our final score of the night came on a 3-yard touchdown run from Isaiah Sturgis. It gives us our final score, 60-0.
Well, it was a great start for the Panthers. West York will pull it together. They got beat by a better horse tonight. I mean, Central, in every phase of the football game tonight, was just that much better. And they showed it.
So we'll take one more break, and we'll come back to wrap up our Penn State-York post-game show. And we'll also give a player of the game after this.
Hey, it's the good-looking genius at Broadway Transmission. You know what really grinds my gears? Perfectly good cars being thrown away just because the transmission went bad. My mind slips into overdrive when someone says,
I'll just get a new car before I spend that kind of money on a transmission.
What? According to Kelly Blue Book, the average price of a new car is $32,000. Now you're going to finance that, right? There's another $6,000 to $8,000. And if you drive it off the showroom floor, it loses 20% of its value immediately. Don't forget, you also have to pay sales tax, higher insurance rates, title and registration fees, and come up with $600, $700, $800 a month depending on your interest rates for 5 years. And remember, you will still have to pay for the upkeep of the car, brakes, tires, wipers, fluids, etc. Stop! Trade your transmission, not your car.
Thanks, good-looking genius.
You're welcome, ma'am. Broadway Transmission. We'll get your shift together and save you all that dough. Visit us on the web at BroadwayTrans.com or stop in and see how it's done.
Today, it seems everybody is offering a discount on car insurance, but at what price? Reduced protection and personal service. At State Farm, you can earn discounts and still get full service and dependable protection from the world's largest car insurer. See me, Trish Hauser, 1865 Susquehanna Trail North, York, for the State Farm multiple line discount. With State Farm, you get an agent you can depend on and an insurance company you can trust. For the details on State Farm's multiple line discounts, see me, Trish Hauser.
Your county, your teams. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Back here at Bulldog Stadium one more time to wrap up our Penn State York postgame show. And Andy, who do we have for our Sure Save Neighborhood Markets player of the game?
I tell you what, the quarterbacks always get all the wide receivers, the running backs, defensive backs, linebackers. They all get it. But I'm telling you what, we're going to give it to both lines of the Central York Panthers, the entire line. So that would be number 73, Josh Gaffney on the offense, number 58, Max Wortman, the center, number 70, Lake Hinder, Ian McNaughton, the right guard, Ethan Kramer, the right tackle. That's the offensive line. On the defensive side of the ball, we're going with 52, Ian McNaughton, 63, Danny Pham, number 7, Seth Griffins, and number 17, Kyle Fontes.
They had an outstanding performance tonight, dominant and led this Panther team to a 60-0 victory over the hosting West York Bulldogs.
When the big boys are getting it done, the little guys can romp.
And that'll do it for us here tonight.
You know what, G? It was my pleasure. This was the first time. I think we're going to have a lot of fun this year.
It was a good time. We'll get going next week. We'll have DeLone Catholic at York Suburban.
Ooh.
And we'll be much more
Are you a homer?
into form. We'll find out next week.
I need you. You could have just answered and said yes.
We'll find out next week.
There you go.
Former school, DeLone Catholic Squires, at York Suburban next week. And that'll do it for us here. We thank Logan Walsh for all his help today. And
does a great job.
For my partner, Andy Bria, I'm Gareth Hissong. Have a good night.